Sundays. I'm the list host on the East Coast, eating the delicious slice of buttered toast, Styles. And this man is
It's your boy Fifth.
in the building, and this man is.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Is it ever not going to be funny?
Never. Speaking
Man.
of naughty, 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 this is the Epstein Saga continues.
Yes, sir.
And the reason why it continues is because Melania wanted to go talk the other day. It was a little difficult to understand, but he said that she's not a victim of Epstein, and Epstein did not introduce her to her lovely husband, President Trump. How we take her little random speech?
I know. Oh, and by the way, this is episode 72. The Epstein saga continues, and yeah. So I was just like, why just out of the blue does she just pop? So obviously she's trying to get ahead of something. And I know they have an email that she corresponded with Ghislaine Maxwell, and it didn't seem like it was just a like they didn't know each other, like they were speaking to each other, like they definitely knew who each other were. You know what I mean?
No, say it again, Paul.
Yeah, we don't know why you just said, you know what? I'm off this.
All right.
Bow. As for Melania, well, we wait on his Styles to come back. As for Melania, I think that when somebody tries to get ahead of something, it always screams guilty to me. Because, like, nobody's forcing you to do this. There you go. Stop pressing buttons.
Yeah, dude. No, it's not that. I've been having nothing but friggin' technology issues because
Age.
I don't even think this is going to the YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't have no idea what's going on. I'm fucking irritated.
Goose Braba.
Yo, if you know from the side profile, he kind of looks like he has a Dem Boys kind of nose going on.
Yeah,
I do kind of have.
Yeah.
I wondered about that before because I'm Polish supposedly, but maybe they came over here from Poland and they changed their name and stuff. Maybe we were a Steen.
Is that why you started this podcast?
Before we were a ski. Well, that wouldn't really be. Oh, here we go. That really wouldn't be consistent with what we talk about in here because we're not very nice to them boys on here.
Yeah, but maybe that's your whole angle.
Oh, you mean kind of how like the
It's like reverse.
Yeah, them boys actually do that. Like they cause antiseptic behavior because it makes more money for them and stuff. You know that with the ACLU, like that's their whole fucking spiel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, but I always wondered that.
About Melania getting ahead of things, and you disappeared by tapping shit. So
yeah, no, it wasn't us tapping. I wasn't going live to the actual SunDaze YouTube channel, but I solved the issue, so we're good now. But yeah, so I'm like, all right, so yeah, so they said that she had that email and shit. Well, that was 2002, so we were talking about it backstage, and I was thinking about that anyways. When was it when he got arrested for the first time for all of his diddling? And that was 2006. So still, like I'm saying with a lot of these people, like even if it's before everyone else knew, I feel like a lot of these people came out recently who knew Epstein was like, yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this, like, yeah, we sort of knew a lot of that stuff, but we like what?
Yeah, that Lutnick guy said that he was like evil, so crazy, but then a couple years later, bring the family and kids.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad about that because he makes me suspicious. The relationship that Trump has with Howard Lutnick and the fact that after all this came up, he's still there in the position he is. The guy said like, oh, I didn't have nothing to do with him. He was his neighbor, number one. And number two, he went to the island. He's like, well, yeah, I went there with my wife and kids. Bro, I'm more sus of you now. Like, what are you talking
Mhm.
about? Good Lord. And
Yeah.
these are the people. That's why I've always said from the beginning, it doesn't come off to me like Trump is a kitty toucher, but I think he's got close confidants who are gonna get hurt by this. I mean, because he's definitely part of
I
the
don't
cover up.
think
No one
Trump
can deny that.
is
Not even
going to
me.
the level of like little kids. I do believe that Trump is one of those dudes that likes the teenage girl, like the pre-adults, like fucking 14 and up. I
I don't
think
even
so.
know about that because a lot of that stuff that tried to push that narrative that came out in it was debunked. It was him
Yeah,
at
but I
like
still look at it like this. I still think that everybody who went to Epstein Island, went on Epstein's plane, is sus. Cause like, bro, like, yeah, he's one of the movers and shakers and
I do
elite
question it, man.
economist guy in the world. But it's like, bro, that he does this with kids. Everybody kind of like knows, especially if you're like that powerful. If you're one of these powerful people and you're flying to Epstein Island, you have all your private investigators and all this shit doing all this work, so you know everything about this person you're about to do business with.
Yeah, these
Like,
people
it's
on
still
yeah.
okay. And you saying it's still okay because you want your fame and power, that's not okay with me. You know what I
No.
mean? So if like you can bypass that just to get some bread, yeah, that's not cool. You just as
We've
guilty.
talked we've
Yeah,
talked
but those
about
people
this
don't give
before
a
on the
fuck.
show too.
When you think like that, those people don't give a shit about that, Aaron.
They
You know what I
don't.
mean? All they care about is they're so narcissistic. All they care about is
That's why a lot of those people are as rich as they are.
category or thing that they're trying to accomplish, whatever goal. You know what I mean? All they care about is being number one. And if that
Right.
means they got to be friends with someone that is in a position of power that can get them there, even though that they have these kind of allegations, they don't care. They're going to use that as a stepping stone to get where they need to go.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you that they don't care, but I still think that's fucked up. Like if you don't care that this person that you're associating with is a pedophile and you're just still using them for like clout or power, you're just as bad as the pedophile, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Doesn't
man,
matter.
there was a lot of people who still fucked with him after he got arrested the first time.
Right.
You can't deny that at all. Like, and some of those people still try to be like, well, blah, blah. Like, dude, yeah, because you know what it is? A lot of the richest people in this world, they're just what Joey's saying. They're the
That's how
type
they
of
got
savages. They're the type of savages. They
that's how
don't
they
give a
got to
fuck.
the top of the mountain. Of
They're
course they don't care.
heartless.
That's how they got to where they are.
Cold-blooded.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If I didn't have to work at 9 to 5 and I could be a billionaire and all I had to do was do business with fucking Epstein, I'd fucking do it. You know why? Because it ain't me doing that shit. That's him doing that shit or whatever the fuck they're doing. But if I can use that connection and you're that well connected globally, I don't know, bro. I think to fucking get out of
You
this,
wouldn't feel
this
bad
fucking
about it at
mundane
all?
9 to 5 shit. Fuck no, I don't get it. That's it, bro. It ain't
Bro.
me doing it. It ain't me. I'm not the one diddling kids. It's that motherfucker. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. I use this on business. This is what he does is personal. This is business.
So you're
Yeah,
sort of kind of
I
playing
think
devil's
that-
advocate, looking
look
from
at
the
it like this. You gotta
it's
just
like
make
having
sure
no
that you cover
morals.
your bases and cover your ass if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna deal with him for business, make sure like
You need plausible deniability.
yes. So like, hey,
Make it
bro,
compartmentalized. Have like an
you-
assistant that deals with him and shit. Yeah, like keep away from him.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, you know what, bro? I'm not gonna fly to your island. How about you fly to my place? You know what I mean, you come to my place and we're gonna do this in an open area. We're gonna do this like fucking make sure that this isn't secluded, it ain't secret. We're not on a private island, on private jet, private everything. I want this shit kind of semi-public. So like cover my ass.
Like, did you see
I know
all
you
these
be doing some weird
big?
shit. That's how
Did you see
I
all
would
these?
do it if I played that card.
Did you guys see all these big like CEOs and like all over the world who were like resigning and shit when a lot of the new Epstein shit came out and they arrested fucking the ex-prince. Like I thought it was kind of shameful that the United States out of all the other countries like did the least. You know what I mean? Like Are we Babylon, gentlemen?
No,
is this
no, bro. I think,
Sodom or Gomorrah?
I think it's so big. I think it's so big in that upper echelon. It's the norm for them. It's a normal thing. They don't even look at it the way we look at it. We look at it like it's disgusting and that shit can't be done. It is such the norm at the top of the fucking mountaintop that they don't look at it the way we look at it.
What about the even worse stuff, man?
They devalue it. They devalue. They don't care because they run everything. Why, dude? You have to stop looking at you have to stop putting yourself and your morals through their eyes. You got to understand how a person of that capability thinks. They don't
give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
They do not think the way we do.
A lot of these people are actually involved, like with occult type shit too. Like you know this, right? A lot of celebrities.
This is another step for me to get. To me to be number one and to get to the top.
A soul cooker. You probably know about that, Aaron, right? Yeah.
All that shit, bro. Of course.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Dude,
understand.
That's black magic, dude. Dude, black magic is real shit. Yeah, dude. It's a battle of good and evil in this world. But yeah, dude, man, it's so fucked up. Like, and a lot of normal people, so-called normies, they don't even believe still that people will like fucking eating babies and killing people and doing all this like weird shit in labs. Like they think that that's just all conspiracy theory shit. Like,
it makes you
wake the fuck up. As much conspiracy theory shit has come true. People, wake the fuck up.
It makes you wonder about the adrenochrome too, because you got to look at it like 20, 30, 40, 50 years behind these people. Is there something to exchanging your blood with a younger person's blood? Or the adrenochrome thing? Is there some kind of substance to it where maybe
there is? Well, people are doing it, bro, without even killing people.
Why are they doing it? Why are they doing this shit?
So there's different levels to it.
Technology shit. I get what Pip's saying.
There's different. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, because there's breakaway technology that we don't know nothing about. Because the rich people don't want regular people to get a lot of this shit. But before there's also different levels to this shit. Like before they even get to killing people, I heard that they hook up to people and have some of the like to a young person and they pay them. But some people take it to another further fucking level. You know what I mean? Like, but some people don't believe that that's real.
Well,
it's absolutely real.
Look at this, right? Look at when the Diddy files came out, right, with the Diddy case, when Diddy was having those freak off parties and he kept having those IV nutrients like the hangover cure and all this other
GHB and the motherfucking drinks and shit.
Joe Rogan's talked about that, Aaron, what you're talking about.
Oh, the oil in the oil
the IV bags that pump you full of vitamins. So you can go out the night before, get fucking annihilated, wake up the next day feeling like straight shit. Your body's depleted, it's dehydrated. They have a nurse come in, hook you up to an IV, and it fucking pumps all vitamins and shit through you, and you feel like $1 million afterwards. So you can recover from a night out. And
have you ever went to the hospital for something, and they always just, no matter what, they usually always hook up an IV bag. After you get that bag of IV, you feel good. Like you feel good, like.
So that's what like Diddy was doing with the fucking, hey, I'm rich, I can afford this private nurse and fucking IV.
And they don't want us to, instead of giving us any of that life extending shit, they give us all the fucking goy slop that they sell us in our fucking our food. Our fucking food. Yeah, we are the fucking goyim, gentlemen. Goddamn fucking juices.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not one, boys. I don't want to find that out.
You'll be so disappointed.
Shit. But boys, we haven't even
about to do a 23
gentlemen.
Right now, I know. Like, fuck my life.
It's like it says it just comes back saying you clip coins.
You like sales and clearances.
Fucking guys, we haven't even talked about the war in Iran. Because it happened so quick and it ended so quick. Is it really over?
Did you see what happened? Did you come out this morning?
The blockade. I did see the fucking blockade shit.
That's crazy.
So what's that all about?
Where process it, but real quickly thinking, you're blockading the Hormuz. Iran still has some estimates are saying 20% of their firing capabilities are still active. You're now going to bring the U.S. Navy into missile range. Iran is absolutely going to fire these fucking missiles at our ships. Some of our ships are going to get hit. This is.
But you saw.
No, but think about this.
Saw the fucking
step point of view, bro. Think about it from a step point of view.
You saw those two destroyers going through, though, right? The two destroyers went through.
Chess, bro. They're setting up these people. They set up our ships to move into the strait. knowing we're going to get hit, so that we can escalate, so that we can bring in. Now we can formally declare war and use our entire fucking military against them. Or Trump being a little unhinged right now. Does this escalate to the point where maybe he starts using like bigger bombs, like the mother of all bombs, and then what? What's after that? Is he trying to get to nuclear war? Is he going to?
Do you know what I thought though?
Boys send off a nuclear missile.
That's a good question. That's a good question. But I was also thinking, because this is a whole like ceasefire thing going on, and you got fucking Vance over in Pakistan trying to talk to these dudes. I think, could it be that they sent the 2 destroyers through and that they talked with Iran about this because it's going to be good for the oil futures and for the economy? It's a good visual. Like, that's what I was thinking, just to play devil's advocate. Because if they wanted to use it to start to make the war worse, I would have thought they would have already done that. Why were they keeping our ships so far away before? Because they knew that they were going to hit them in the beginning. I'm wondering if they're using it.
I think.
Does that make sense at all?
It was a show of force, bro. It was a fact of like, we're here. Don't make us. Don't. It's like fucking fake punching somebody. They're like, dude, we're here. Don't make us come in. Trump's giving them a month to try to work this out. We've bombed them. We're trying to negotiate with them. Now it's like, now we're gonna move in.
And now they're talking about like they want everything. Like, I guess originally part of the deal wasn't for Israel to stop its campaign in Lebanon, but Iran is like saying like it's a non-negotiable. You got to stop that, which like proves a perfect point. What the fuck do they have to do with fucking Lebanon? It's because fucking Hezbollah, they fucking run those fucking people. Why? Because Iran is the biggest sponsor of fucking terror on the planet. That's not a lie. That part is not a lie.
No, but we've kind of pushed them that direction.
But them boys, how the fuck are we gonna stop them boys from doing whatever they want to do? That's like someone telling us, you're not gonna do that. Are we gonna listen?
Listen, we listen to whatever them boys tell us to do.
I mean, I do agree that we're a little bit compromised. That seems fairly obvious considering so many of our politicians have fucking dual citizenship and kiss the fucking wall and fucking make laws that say that you can't boycott Israel, you can't badmouth Israel. Like, in this country, that's fucked. That is fucked. So yes, I do agree with that.
Compromised?
But I don't think they do whatever. I don't think we do whatever.
Out of elections, bro, then nothing's changing until you take foreign money out of elections.
Mm-hmm.
When you stop allowing foreign countries to back these PACs, because foreign countries can't directly back a candidate, but they put an intermediate in between, like the super fund PAC or whatever, and they put their money there, and those people then funnel the money down. Until you can get rid of that, nothing's changing, bro. Nothing.
Is there any possible way that you could surmise that we the people could force them to stop taking that money?
No.
Would you? Again,
no. I said, is there any way that we the
fucking dough that can?
I said no.
You
didn't. I said, is there any way that we the people could force them to stop? Like,
no.
There's nothing.
Because somebody's got to replace the money.
Like, what if there was like a really good campaign on like, don't vote for someone regardless of the letter next to their name if they get money from AIPAC or whatever.
Right, but to have that really good campaign, you need really good money and funds. Otherwise, nobody's going to hear it. Nobody's going to know about it. It's going to get silenced.
No. There is a
by a
natural way.
PAC that has billions of dollars.
There is a natural way for this to happen.
Yeah,
there's a natural way for this to happen. It's kind of starting now. The fact that it's getting blown up in media so much, if you look at like kids my son's age who are like 18 to 22, 23, they're kind of disconnecting from this, and that's 2 steps away from being the people in power. Maybe this we naturally break away because the youth, our youth that will be politicians at some point are seeing it now and being woken up to it now. By the time they get older,
and they don't like it,
and they don't know there's a trend of it. Dude, anti-Semitism is really going on. In the younger,
I know it's on the rise, but they also manufacture it too.
No, they do. I'm talking organically from like an 18 to 25 demographic. They don't think the way we think, or the generation above us thinks.
You're right.
They're starting to see the fucking, the forest through the trees. And maybe naturally, when they get to be 40 and 50 and they're in the positions of power and they're in government, maybe they naturally break away from it. But it goes back
So it's
to
a
Aaron.
long game.
But
It's
it
a
goes back
long
to what Aaron
game.
said too. Unless you fix the money situation end of it, who's going to replace that money? Because the money needs to be there in order for these people to run. If it's there now, it needs to be there then. So how do you take away, major funding from them boys and insert X corporation that does it? You know what I mean? And who's to say they don't have an agenda then, or they weren't taken over by them boys? You know what I mean? Like, this is a never-ending cycle, bro. It's like, how does it ever stop?
Yeah, because whoever donates the money, they're always going to have an agenda. Hence why they're donating money.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Usually benefits them.
So, like, unless we make it where, like, hey, politicians, sorry, you either have to use your own money, no donations, or only donations from individual citizens, not PACs, and make it where, like, the limit of a donation is like $100, then, like, these politicians, honestly, they don't even need all this fucking money to campaign. They can use the free ass fucking internet if they really wanted to. But
Trump
they pretend that they need all this money to fucking do it. And that's when, they put a bunch in their pocket. They put a bunch aside for, retirement, family, college, tuitions, pensions, all this shit. And then say, oh, yeah, I got your favors. Don't worry, bro. Thanks. You put my kid through Harvard. I mean, I owe you.
That's facts.
So, like, I get why people move shady the way they do, but it's the money.
Aaron, you hit on it. Aaron, you hit on it. Until we get to the point where, if you are actually going to run for said position, you have to have the funds to back yourself, and you can't use outside money. You have to use your money, and then because then that's obviously going to shrink the amount of people that have the ability to run, and which isn't really like a democracy. Maybe we put into place a system where after the fact, they find a way to recoup that money if they win. You know what I mean? So that way it's not a loss to get there.
So if they win, the government gives the money back to them.
Somehow, you know what I mean? I don't know how, tax money or some shit. Like, figure out some way of allowing them to get their money back. You know what I mean? So that way it's not, they're not.
Well, that's why I said, like, individual citizen donors with, like, a cap at 100. That way you can raise something, but you got to get it from the people. Not from whoever hiding behind a desk representing a group of people.
And that would show if the people really back you too. If you think about it, if people are willing to put their money to you, that shows the amount of people that would actually support you organically.
But the reason why I think they don't do shit like that is because they know the people won't support them. And they need these donors to fucking get in power, because otherwise they know that their rhetoric and narrative and plans people aren't gonna fuck with. So it's catch-22. It's a fucking hamster wheel cycle that we're on. It was designed to flop this way. That's why we have presidents every 4 to 8 years. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, so as soon as something starts going bad or good, we're gonna switch it.
What a way to keep centered. Think about a way to keep centered. You know what I mean?
So
like,
always,
you don't ever go too far left or too far right, because it's always gonna encroach back somehow. So it keeps you kind of.
You notice that these people always have. You notice these people always have the problem and the solution, right? Like it's all like. Yeah.
Well, that's how they designed it, because for them to create the problem, themselves have to have the solution. Like, you're not going to make something. Like, say you're an evil scientist, right?
Yep.
Like when we had the corona and all that shit, right? Obviously, we knew that there was like a vaccine already made. That Operation Warp Speed with the vaccine, you ain't going to tell me you made a whole vaccine in like fucking 6 months. 3 months. That's not happening. You already had that shit fucking made. So it's like, here, I'm gonna release this to get you sick, and then I'm gonna release this to get you better.
Hey,
I already have the answer to my problem. I just gotta let this play out.
It's like a playbook. Yeah, it's a play. Dude,
yeah.
They have playbooks for everything. I asked you guys this in the last show, but we really didn't get into it, and I want to mention it again because it's kind of funny, because it's ironic, because that's how it seems though. What do you guys make of the Artemis 2 mission around the moon, and how like just people don't seem to be like excited about it or anything. Like
Because
do you
nobody
think we
really
really
cares
did?
about the moon anymore.
Do you think we really did it?
When? Right now or before?
Yeah, both.
Well, I believe we have the technology now. In the 60s, I don't think we did.
We
Right.
should, right?
No.
Yeah, I
It
think
was the
that's
safe face.
exactly what Fifth's saying. Now we have the technology. Back then we didn't. And now I think these news stations are making a big deal of it because we actually did it now.
But you know
Now
what's
they're
weird to me,
excited
and I
about
know this is like crazy conspiracy theory stuff, but still, if you look at the pictures in the video that they have from the mission, all of it just looks like computer generated pictures. Like I
Are you
never
talking
see
about
a
now or are you
picture.
talking about in the 60s?
I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now, dude.
Yeah, it still looks a little crazy, but I think that's just
It
like
just looks like a computer generated. It's weird, man. Like I know I'm not saying that it is or it isn't, but there's a lot of people arguing about it, for sure.
see one person I heard something about with the like space travel on that astrophysicist guy, that Neil deGrasse
Yeah.
guy.
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was explaining that like part of him questions the original moon landing because technology wasn't like that, but he knows that the government always has like the secret technology that's always
Yeah,
usually
it's usually like 30 to
25
40
to
years ahead of
50 years.
us.
Yeah,
What we
he
see.
said 25 to 50. So, but
Yeah.
he was like, so he goes, it could have been possible, but not to what the average person in the 60s had. He goes, but he goes, now he's like, I believe it now. He's like, and like Fifth was saying, like, we have the technology now. I just think the news is making a big deal about it because we finally actually did it. They're actually really happy about it because they're like, hey, the shit we've been lying about saying we did 60 years ago, we finally did it, bro. We did it.
Do you
And
know
like,
when? Do you know when I'll be impressed? So this whole mission. This is just the beginning. I don't know if you guys have seen what the breakdown is and shit, but I'll be impressed because this is just the beginning. The next mission, I believe, it's either the next one after, is when they actually land on the moon. They're bringing fucking 3D printers up there, like massive 3D printers that can. They're gonna build a base. Like this is all that. Like when they get back on the moon, because they're claiming we did this. I know we just said it way back when, but we still haven't got. I want to see these motherfuckers on the moon. Okay, that's when I'll be impressed.
Will you believe it then, though? If you don't believe the pictures now, and then that they say they did that, my question to you, Paul, because what's the crest for you to go from not believing to believing? Because if you don't believe the picture, I'm not saying it's true or not, but I'm coming from
Yeah.
what you're saying. You don't believe the pictures now in 2026.
If they
right?
if the video looks like the video, have you ever seen the original moon footage video? It looks so silly, man. They're hopping around like fucking bunnies. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
It just look the original moon landing when they're walking, when they did the moonwalk. Have you ever seen that video footage?
From the 60s, I don't believe any of that, bro.
It's so goofy.
I don't believe.
So
I don't believe they did it
if
they
it looks they show me something that looks fucking legitimate, I can see with my own eyes. I probably, but even now, but who knows, man? Like you do
That's
get
what
where
I'm
I'm
saying.
coming from, though, right? But you do
that's
get
why
where I'm
asking
coming
you that.
from.
But that's why I'm asking you that. Like at what point do you say, all right, I didn't believe him then, but now I believe him now because of what pictures or videos? You don't believe the pictures or videos now, is what I'm saying. So what's gonna make you? How do you need it in 1080p? Do you need it in 4K? Like, what do you
Have
need?
you
then
ever
that's gonna
looked
be
at-
you mean a live stream?
Yeah,
Guys,
like, you understand what
have
I'm
you
saying?
guys
I'm
ever-
not getting on you. I'm not getting on you, bro. I'm asking a legit question.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm serious.
I like this. No, I like this. No, I think a live stream. I do actually like that idea. But have you guys ever seen this? This is
Do
when
you speaking of live stream in space? You've seen Elon's Tesla in space with the David Bowie music playing, right?
in the fucking mannequin or whatever the fuck that stupid
Yeah,
thing
they
is.
have a live stream of a Tesla orbiting
Oh
in
no, I haven't
space.
seen that. I
Yeah.
gotta
All right,
check
bro.
that out.
He fucking, I guess, okay.
Have you seen this thing that went
Threw up a
viral
Tesla into space with a mannequin
recently?
strapped in like an astronaut playing David Bowie. Just on
Dude,
loop.
this sort of went viral. Like people said, people said Google pictures of satellites in space, and you can't find like a real picture of a satellite in space. It's all like computer rendered, like it's all artwork. Like like you can tell. Like why wouldn't those things be able to like
Well,
I know it's just crazy conspiracy because some of these people who get into this, like
if we do go to space, does the zero gravity in there affect what a picture would look like?
Haven't you ever seen all these
the lack of light, the darkness? Does it make it look the image look a little different? It could be possible.
Aaron, do me a favor and look up astronaut bloopers in space.
All right.
No, just type in astronaut green screen bloopers in space. There's this montage that I've seen. I've seen several different ones of like you can see where it looks like it's fucking like a wire clipped on them and shit. Shit doesn't float that should float. Shit, shit disappears when they move their hand. Like it was like a CGI type fucking shit. Like I'm just saying, man. I question everything. I mean, literally, one of the mottos of this show is question everything. You know what I mean? Like, and I do.
But what if our first real mission was in 2026 to the moon? Like that's when they actually really got up there and saw shit. So everything else prior to this was all bullshit. All the billions of dollars were pumped into NASA.
Yeah, dude. Like, what about that? Where do you think that money goes? Also, I'm just talking about. I'm just adding in another conspiracy thing. What's up with this fucking? That judge wanted them to put a stop to the ballroom that Trump is building because of the bunker, the new bunker addition that's being built underneath it. Did you guys see that at all? No?
You broke up like crazy. I didn't hear a thing you said.
I seen Trump talking about how they blocked it, but there's no tax dollars, so Congress doesn't need to say.
Yeah, like they're building some sort of a bunker, which everyone knows that this bunker is like this whole country has fucking bunkers and shit.
Dude, the Rocky Mountains have a fuckload of them, dude. Iran has underground cities. We have mountains.
You see their missile cities, bro?
Yeah.
In Iran, the missile cities.
I mean.
But dude, we have crazy shit like that here too.
Go straight to Hormuz, bro. Those fucking cities are gonna launch on our ships, and we're gonna take damage. Our ships are absolutely gonna take damage. We're gonna take casualties along with this.
So this is Jory's prediction right here. We'll see what happens. This is your prediction that they're gonna get fired.
Bro, and the other thing too is we're gonna allow ships in and out. What happens when the military does blockade it and they're gonna allow ships to enter and ships to, and then we don't escort them, but we're at the start and the end of the Hormuz, and what happens when those ships get hit in the canal? Mm-hmm. Even though the Navy's here, you know, we're not going to shoot down. Even like Israel. Israel's got that dome. They don't shoot down 100% of the incoming missiles from Iran. We're not going to be able to stop 100% either. So they're going to hit us or hit them. Like,
I'll make a prediction. That's
the way to manipulate the market.
I'll make a prediction.
Manipulate the market every time a ship gets fucking bombed. Now if prices are up, everything go up. So hey, guess what? We're gonna have this shit bombed. So make sure you sell everything because your stock's about to drop. Guess what? Boom. You sell everything. Ship gets bombed. Prices go up on everything. The stock goes down, but you already sold on the high. And then when it goes all the way down, you can buy shitload in on the low, on the dip, and fucking bring it right back up. Got you.
I'll make a prediction. If they hit one of our ships, I think that we're gonna drop a tactical nuke on them.
I think
if they hit one of our ships, we're gonna force NATO to step in, like Trump's been wanting. I think that's why we put the blockade there, and that's why we're using, like Fifth was saying, we know.
I know it's very unstable, but we are still in a ceasefire, boys. You know this, right? We're still in a ceasefire.
For how long? We'll see.
I don't know. That's why I said it's very unstable, very, very. But is Vance still in Pakistan? Or is he back?
I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I saw a cool video of.
Would you have flown out to Pakistan for this?
He got it. I know, dude. That's ballsy. He got an escort on Air Force 2 from the Pakistani Air Force. It was a pretty cool video of them escorting them in. But yeah, dude, that's ballsy shit, man.
And bro,
he's like, they might try to bomb me because I'm like in their neighborhood, but fuck.
Like that plane. You know those planes have like mad fucking anti-missile technology and shit like that. But still, it's
Yeah,
still
but still, you
fucking
don't want to get hit by something while you in the air.
not at
Yeah.
all. Not at all,
So
man.
like, you don't want the
But
plane
JD,
shaking
but you know
trying
what?
to take a
JD
hit.
has to. But you know what? I kind of see the play because some people were pissed that JD Vance wasn't more outspoken about going into Iran, which he didn't think it was a great idea. But that's what the vice president is supposed to do. So like he's trying to be like Mr. Negotiator now because obviously he's gonna make a run in 2028. But I think so is Mark Rubio. I think those two are gonna duke it out.
Yeah.
And then we got what? I guess Newsom or who? Dude, that would be a fucking nightmare come true. If
You
Gavin
know
Newsom
who's
become the
trying
president of the
to
United States of
prime
America, good
themselves
lord.
for
God and the baby Jesus, help us and save us. Thank you.
listen, you know who's trying to like prime themselves as a candidate for being a politician? And they have a lot of following, they're very outspoken, kind of real center because they call out everybody. That's Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched something yesterday where he was calling out Trump and Gavin Newsom. And because he was like, listen, everybody bows down to Trump. And he was like, he's going to be gone in 28. He was like, JD Vance isn't Trump. He goes, and Marco Rubio, he goes, at least he doesn't try to be. He goes, but he goes, so the whole MAGA Trump shit, he goes, it's going to be gone when Trump's gone in 2028. He goes, and Democrats, he goes, Democrats don't have no leader. Gavin Newsom takes pride in just trolling Trump. That's what he's known for, that and homelessness in California. He goes, so they need a leader. He goes, and they don't have one, and Republicans have one for another 2 years. He goes, and then both parties are going to be like, who the fuck do we got to lead?
See, with the MAGA thing, I think we labeled it MAGA behind Trump because Trump identified a section within the Republican Party, right?
Yes.
I think as this moves forward, and like you're saying, Trump goes away, that faction within the Republican Party isn't gonna. I think they're gonna stay. It's just gonna go. It's gonna morph with the time. So the next Republican is gonna come up. That if that Republican candidate can tap into that sector, he knows he's getting votes. He knows he's gonna bring people along with him. They've identified a section. But I think the word MAGA, as labeling it right now, yes. But I think as it moves forward, it's going to evolve into something else, into something else, into something else. You know?
Yeah, dude. These parties always, dude. Dude, these parties have changed constantly. If you really look at it.
Well, this is the first time that something like this
is evolving.
When was the last time you can remember, even in our lifetime or in the past generations, that there's been a pocket in the Democrats or Republicans like this that's been isolated and identified and then labeled?
Yeah, not quite as unique as this. No, but I'm saying, but they always are changing. They're always but like now it's been like sped up, dude.
So what's gonna happen? Like, what's the Democrat pocket gonna be to combat?
Like I get what you're saying, man. It could change. It could change the way we do everything. Like, yeah, dude. Like
it's morphing. It's
the world.
Evolving.
It absolutely, man.
Do you think there's a possibility for the breakdown of both political parties where a lot of Americans say, fuck left, fuck right, fuck red, fuck blue?
Well, nobody ever even talks about that the Democratic Party is their polling is in the fucking hole. Like they have the worst reputation that they've had in a long time.
But I asked
the Republicans need to make changes too.
Listen, I asked because like both parties polling is in the shit right now.
Do you think they'll ever self-reflect and reform? Like I wonder that too, dude.
I think that they're both gonna try to reform their parties and update it, like Fifth was saying, and evolve with the times. But are we as Americans with this new information age? We got the internet. We can do our own research. It's not like these politicians are on the radio or fucking on newspapers. Like, we have more options and information. So are we going to get to a point where like, hey, it's basically on merit. It doesn't matter what letter you have next to your name because a letter don't mean shit anymore. Or do they try to just reform the party and us as Americans keep banging our heads against each other with fucking Democrat Republican.
Or does a new party emerge?
Same fucking idea, same system.
Or does a new party emerge that actually listens to the constituents? Because right now, it's flipped. This system was set up that we put the people in power that listen to us. Mm-hmm. In actuality, right now, it's them pushing agenda and then coming back to us on propaganda, trying to get us to follow their agenda. Does a third party emerge that actually sees this as a bad setup and says, "Listen, there's an opportunity to really grasp masses as a whole because we're feeling unheard, we're feeling
they've tried to."
Can you do it effectively enough to tap into it to really start? I know we have the Green Party, whatever the third party is. Yeah. That's like a single digit percentage, usually low, that never really factors into these fucking.
You need somebody. The only way I think that's possible, Fifth, is if for a third party candidate, you need somebody super famous and polarizing.
Elon Musk,
somebody really popular. You know what I mean? Because if they're not popular, then like all right, I remember when Clinton was running and shit, and they had that independent billionaire oil tycoon Ross Perot was running.
Yeah.
Like, bro, nobody was voting for Ross Perot, but like he got like I think 2%, 1.5%.
Yeah.
He was a spoiler.
It's like okay, yeah, you had money, but nobody knows you unless like they look you up. You need somebody.
Trust me, the Democrats and the Republicans have
team.
kept it so a third party cannot become like a legitimate.
No, but there is a path to get there. That party, that independent party, hasn't seemed to figure out this game plan yet, and it's going down to kind of what Aaron's saying is you need someone of an Elon Musk, of someone of not only has money but also has the celebrity. That people recognize, that recognizability of brand name.
Yeah, he was trying to do the American Party or the Party of America or whatever.
Musk. You said Elon Musk. Would America accept Jeff Bezos?
It's a name. I mean, it's a household name enough that they might.
If he had like a good plan, if Jeff Bezos went and did an announcement and he was hitting all the right chords, right? Bang, everything that people want to hear. He's saying it. He's just milking it. He got the money. He got the name recognition.
Man, now it like after Trump,
if he says the right thing,
I feel like Trump opened the door. I feel like Trump opened the door to people who aren't politicians. You know what I mean? Being able to to get in there. So yeah, who knows?
This is what the future of presidency is probably going to be.
But you know what I don't want to see us? You know what I don't want to see us evolve into? Like, we're talking about a third party, which I think will be good. But you see some of these countries that have, like, 10 parties and shit, and, like, it's all,
honestly,
like,
bro,
percentages
and
shit.
I know you're going to say you're against it because the way you're leading into it, I think that's way better. That's more of a democracy.
Then you got people who get elected who it's only a certain percent. Like, and there's all these rules. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like how people like Netanyahu stay, how people like Netanyahu stay in power, dude. Like the ex-prime minister of Canada.
Also get more people involved in the voting, more people to come out and vote because hey, yo,
right. But I'm saying your vote doesn't matter as much because in the end, when you have that many groups, like Paul, people get like handicaps. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, but Paul, the majority's still gonna rule no matter what. Because even if you have 10 parties, out of the 10 parties, there needs to be someone that had the most. So the majority is still going to rule instead of it being 60% or 70 or 60%. Maybe it's 30 or 40%. But even the other demographics are still going to be broken down into 5s and 10s. So there still has to be a winner. So there's still going to be a majority that says, all right, this is what we want more than this. Then that's where you get your winner from.
I know, because actually when you say that, it's kind of fucked up because democracy means that 51% of the people get to tell everyone else what the fuck they're gonna do. If you really think about it, so maybe it would be better having more parties.
You know, I ran from there.
So you think more parties would mean more checks and balances, and whatnot?
Yeah, because more people would have their own belief
and have a say.
Where it's like a say. There's more people at the table. If
they're gonna have the Transformer party.
Group. But listen, if you got more people at the table representing more groups, everybody's voice is heard. And then it's like, all right, well, whoever speaks the loudest, gets heard the most. So
what if LGBTQ plus starts a party?
They kind of already have their party.
Yeah, dude, they have a religion at least.
No, it's been dominated by the Democrats, but I can see what you're saying, Paul. If we, instead of having that one big conglomerate absorb them like they did, if it was broken down into 10, they would have their own fraction. But think about it. What's the percentage of the population of that anyways right now?
Yeah, 5, think about what the Democratic Party is mostly made up of. It's mostly made up of women, the LGBTQ plus community, and black and brown people. That's pretty much like. But so yeah, if they broke up, like, what if there was like a black and brown people's party or something like that?
Okay, I mean,
yeah.
If they feel like they need someone to represent them, that's what this is about.
Well, I mean, dude, the Democratic Party
fractional. More
people get upset when I say. Some people get upset when I say this, but the Democratic Party isn't doing a good job at all about taking care of black and brown Americans because they traded them in for a fucking illegal aliens.
What do you think about voter ID?
I'm for it.
I think voter ID is fucking common sense. The only reason you wouldn't want voter ID is so you could fucking cheat. That's what I think. Clip it.
Yeah, no, bro, it just makes sense. I get carded. ID for everything. Like go get liquor and shit. So like,
yeah, like bro, I want everybody out there who's black and brown. If you go into the liquor store and they ID you, say, "Excuse me, you racist bastard."
I don't know how to get an ID. I keep
thinking about that. Yes. And I don't have a. Remember when Kamala Harris said about people don't have a Kinko's to like fucking make copies of that? Oh, that was fucking Kathy Hochul, the idiot fucking governor of New York, said that black people don't know how to use computers. And a black dude, made a parody video of him with no shirt on, just shorts, going around his room like a monkey, smacking the fucking lap. Dude, it was hilarious. Like, why do these people like when Gavin Newsom goes out and says, "I'm stupid like you" to a black man? I got like, what the fuck are you people thinking? That's why I say the Democratic Party
has really people. The racist ones.
Yes,
they're really the racist
facts.
Ones.
They've got people fucking duped, bro. They've only thrown those people scraps. Get off the Democrat plantation, okay? But still, both sides are bad at the end. Don't forget, we are independents who lean right. Well, me and Joey lean right. I think Aaron leans a little bit left. And Aaron talks so much common sense on this show, but then I see him post all kinds of crazy shit on Facebook. And I'm like, he must be posting this to get traffic. He's got to be posting some of this shit to get traffic.
That's how the algorithms work.
I'd be seeing that, I'd be like, oh my God, no, you didn't post this fucking shit. But no, you're right.
I post wild shit because both parties is bad, and I got a bad habit of shitting on whoever's in the seat right now.
Yeah, it's like a bad joke, man.
Like, Fifth, when me and Fifth met, he was watching the Foreign Experience when I was doing that. Fifth will tell you from watching that. When Biden was in office, that was sleepy, creepy Uncle Joe Biden.
I know. I remember too. I always watched back then.
Yeah, so it's like, whoever's in office, it's like, okay, bro, you're responsible right now.
They've made themselves a target. Yeah, they made themselves a target. Do you know what I was thinking recently?
Every party has their targets. It's like both parties. So like the Democrats got their weirdos and Republicans got their fucking weirdos. So it's like, hey, both arms of this body of America is on some weird shit in the government. So I'm like, that tells me the government itself is fucking weird.
Oh, they definitely would. But I've got a question I've been thinking about a lot lately. Like, Trump, for a fucking decade now, has been in the fucking headlines, on the fucking news constantly. What do you think's gonna happen when Trump's presidency is over and that vacuum fucking opens up? Like, I was thinking about that a lot, like, because you know it's true. Like, these people make so much money. People make so much money on it.
Won't go anywhere until he dies. Trump is going to be one of those people.
You think he'll still be very influential? Like he'll still go around and do a lot of talking and shit? Where's Joe Biden been too?
Right, you know how all right, Republicans got Bush and Bush Sr. that were running around talking for people. It wasn't that powerful. But
and Bill Clinton,
Democrats having Clinton and Obama fucking backing people, that's going to be Trump, but on Trump's level. So like Trump leveled that up, and he's gonna be.
I didn't see Obama at all a lot fucking recently. Where's that fucking guy been? Barack Hussein Obama.
Out to was the fucking podcast interview he did where he was talking about aliens are real, but he ain't never seen them.
Oh yeah, did you hear this shit that fucking JD Vance said that aliens are demons? Or was that definitely him, or was that Matt Gaetz? I might have been somebody said, but what do you guys make of all this alien disclosure shit? Is it just more fucking look at this, or could there possibly be something to it?
I think this could be possibly a different form of life for humans.
I think they might even be under the ocean, bro. I've always said that.
Yeah. So like. They always say that Antarctica shit and like a hole inside of Antarctica. Like, all right, we can go anywhere in the fucking
another
world.
Continent. They claim there's another continent in there, bro.
But we can't go to Antarctica and like the military and all the governments be there. And all
the whole world has a treaty. Every government in the world has a treaty that no civilians are allowed to go into Antarctica like that. That's weird, right?
Yeah,
and so the conspiracy theory is that there's another continent,
different type of life over there where we evolved or something, and that's where the real leaders are.
A breakaway society, like where technology is way more advanced. Like just our military keeps us, like you said, at least 25 to 50 years out. Like, you know how long they had the technology for the microwave before they gave it to people to microwave, which is probably killing us because that shit's probably not good for you. But like,
that shit, it's just fucked up.
Like, how long you think they had that fucking discombobulator? I love that name, by the way. The fucking discombobulator. Yeah. I wonder if we can get those eventually. They'll have smaller versions. Although you just point at someone and they just start boffing their fucking guts out and pass out.
Listen, I want one of those neuralizers from Men in Black.
Mm.
Look into this. Like, there you go, officer. Have a great day.
Yeah.
As I'm walking away with like a bank load of money.
You know how people always said they wish that real life was like GTA, like, and how the cops just like walk away from you if you have that. There's like a cheat code.
That'd be the cheat code, the neuralizer.
Like, most people don't even play.
That's something that makes me think. You ever hear of scopamine?
Scopamine. I don't know if I know.
All right, so scopamine is a drug that I want to say is popular in Brazil or some shit. And I'm surprised at scopolamine is an anti-chlorinic medication used to prevent motion sickness and post-operative. No, that's not it.
No.
Oh, also known as hyacinth or devil's breath. It's a medication used, but you hold on.
Come on, Joey. You don't give him a wah, you son of a bitch.
Huh?
So in this country, it's not in America, but I seen something on that Vice News where, bro, they would throw like this dust type shit.
Oh, Vice is. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
They would just like zombify. They would empty their bank accounts. They would just act normal. But
yo, that's a nut. That's a nut on a tree down there. That's a nut on a tree. I know.
Yeah, you could just bring them like to their ATM, be like, put your card in, get me fucking $500. Like, just whatever. Yeah.
So the strippers do it to tourists.
Yeah.
Well, listen, they said that Epstein had that shit too.
Of course he did.
Dude, so look at what we're talking about.
That hasn't came to America yet. I need one of those plugs.
He put it in the oil.
That fucking devil's breath that makes you do zombie shit. Send it to me. I mean, I need that.
Fucking Aaron will be running into fucking famous rappers and shit. Blunt, she'll be like, you want to fucking promote my music?
Bro, I would be going into all the biggest banks saying you want to clear this all out my money.
You're gonna co-sign me, and you're gonna do collabs with me.
Nah, I would just go to the bag. I'm going straight to the bag and saying, listen, you're just gonna put this all in this bag for me.
Yeah.
Gift.
And they just do it. Yeah. And
then like, when the cops show up, have a great day. I'll be like, you too.
And then when the cops show up, you're like, the cops show up, you do it too, and you're like, you're just gonna get back in your cars and leave.
Yeah, they just leave and you start walking off. It's like, this is fucking great.
Guys, I gotta go on. If you could have one of these three superpowers, which one would it be and why? And the three you could fly, you could be invisible, or you could blow up shit with your mind. Whoever wants to go first. What would you pick out of that shit?
All right, I'm not a fan of heights, so I wouldn't fly. I'd be invisible.
And why?
Why? Bro, I could be that fly on the wall for the biggest business meetings, the biggest world dealings. That the power I could
You could
have.
pop up like in the Oval Office and be listening to
Yeah, so like the insider information from
insider trading. Yeah,
I'm rich. I'm living great.
I always pick the invisible too because there's just like so much shit that you could do like with that. Although flying is insane, but I don't know.
Nah, Invisible's dope. I'd be in the fucking the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders fucking in their bathroom door.
He'd be in the showers. He'd be in the fucking showers.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. We know what you would be doing in the corner. And then, like, when the steam comes, you could, like, you know how you could see the outline of the predator sometimes? You could see just him in the corner, fucking. Oh, yeah, shit. That's going to be a clip, man.
Chilling in the Oval Office. Donald's on the phone with J.D. Vance. He's like, J.D., so how's Pakistan? Is it great? Is it amazing? Or do we need to bomb that too? What's going on?
And J.D.'s like, I'm banging a bunch of Pakistani hookers down here.
The blow over here is awesome.
I know. I was going to say that too.
And then I'm just sitting over here in the corner, invisible, like, oh, our vice president does blow, like prostitutes.
I mean, they're already used to that.
Recording TMZ.
They were already used to that in the White House, having fucking Hunter Biden there. And you know when fucking Joe was too sleepy, he probably fucking hit some fucking rails too.
Nah, he was
That's
on
how we
downers.
woke up.
Biden was on downers.
No, he was on
said,
Adderall.
Yo, let me get one of them perks.
He was on Adderall.
Was he on Adderall?
He was already down. He was already 2 down. They had to lift him the fuck up. He was already
dude. He was dead, bro.
Him like subnormal.
I know they gave him mad
I'm tired of being embarrassed by our presidents. Okay, there hasn't been in my lifetime a president that I've been proud of. That's like, oh shit, he looks, acts, talks like a leader that's like intimidating. I want somebody that's fucking intimidating, bro. I don't want one of these fucking old people that look like they got diapers on.
But you said you were just saying on another one of our episodes that you liked that Trump was intimidating and
he doesn't look intimidating.
No, I like how Trump talks to the people. Yeah. Trump says the quiet part out loud.
Like, right? Dude, if that's this fucking shit,
that's not intimidating.
If this crazy shit that Trump said to them, where he said like, I'll fucking erase a fucking entire civilization, which people fucking wild out about. But you notice right after that, we got the ceasefire. If this shit holds, it's a big if.
The look. I'm looking at the look. Okay, look is everything. Okay, especially perception-wise.
He said he wants someone like The Rock or someone like
Yes, I want some big burly motherfucker that looks.
He still looks. I get what you're saying now. Trump still does look a gazillion times better than Joe did, but
intelligent, knows how to talk. You know what I mean? Knows how to get to the people. But somebody who's fucking huge that looks like, don't fuck with me.
Like that fucking Tyrus.
That way there's
Joey, you know Tyrus? Yeah.
Huh?
You know that dude Tyrus who's on fucking Fox News? He's on like the 5. He's an ex wrestler. He's been like he's like as big as like the Big Show. He's a fucking giant dude.
Somebody big as shit. Like, all right, look at the imagery.
And he's pretty moderate. He's fairly moderate, even though
look at the imagery that Putin puts out. Even though that Putin's older. Putin's a black belt, allegedly.
Fucking Putin's fucking riding around with no shirt on.
Picking up fish with his bare hands in the water.
When he was riding the horse with no shirt on, you seen that shit?
So like, none of our presidents are doing that shit. So it's like you gotta want we America.
I mean, yeah, Trump is because he's what you're saying. It's because he's old. It's because he's a little old for that shit. But I did appreciate, and I did think it was fucking.
Even when he was younger, he wasn't an intimidating person. He was just outspoken. He was never like scary. Nobody looked at Donald Trump in his whole lifetime and said that's a scary looking motherfucker, bro.
Well,
he looked like he gonna fuck something up.
They were scared that they were gonna get fired at least, but I did like how he did the shit on the last election with like when he showed up in the trash truck and shit, like Trump, and then when he worked at McDonald's and shit, like that shit got him fucking mad attention. Like it made the regular man. But now, dude, he seems to be turning away from the same people that helped him get in. Like that's what's been bothering me lately. Like, almost like, oh, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm doing what I'm gonna do.
It's politics, so you got to look at it like this. All right, if I'm running a campaign for somebody, say you're the politician, I'm running a campaign for you, and your demographic is the working people. Okay, my job is to get you to look like a working person, to get you to resonate, get people familiar with you. Hence, the MAGA hat was born on a trucker.
You have PR people
on a trucker cap.
Okay? And you know where he got MAGA from? You know where he got Make America Great Again from, right?
Reagan.
Yeah. Like a lot of people don't know it. You son of a bitch.
But listen, he was smart enough to take the phrase, and since he's a genius in marketing and branding, he said, I'm going to brand this. I'm going to use it as a marketing tool, and now it's merch. And now every one of my supporters is going to want one.
Trucker hats, bumper stickers, keychains, all that little shit, bro. There was a store in Easton that had just Trump paraphernalia. It was there for fucking years. It just recently closed down. There was a
store in Somerset that had them. They was all over the place. Yep. I've never seen stores for presidents before for merch. Never. That was they gave away for free.
Joey, is your screen frozen on purpose? Or?
I remember when I was a kid, Bill Clinton came to Fall River, Massachusetts to the park and did a speech. They were giving out free bumper stickers and buttons. They wanted, here, take this so you can represent us. And handing it to people for free. No, this motherfucker had a store where he was like, yo, I'm going to brand this, market it.
Yeah, dude, there was one in friggin'
want to spend money.
There was one in Easton, a big ass store in Easton.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shit closed.
Now we got some comments over here.
My shit did freeze. What the fuck is that?
Joey Mule says, I don't believe Trump trusts anybody except his family, but then asked, do you think Trump believes in God? And then said he sold his name Trump.
Well, he claims he believes in God and that he's a Christian.
I think Trump is such
but sometimes I think he uses it as a tool.
Yeah, I think Trump is such a businessman and narcissist. He don't care about nothing but himself, his family, and money. And that he'll just ride with whatever's popular and whatever. I mean,
he's definitely a megalomaniac. I've always said that, even though I've supported him. He's a megalomaniac. There's no. I think he's wicked. I've heard a lot of people say that he's a wicked, high performing, like almost like Asperger's. You know, this dude only sleeps for like 3 hours a night and shit. Like he's like
he should sleep a little bit more.
Yeah, dude. Hey, do you know what I wanted to bring up, bro?
He's 80 years old.
This dude
on his A game. Okay.
Do you know what I wanted to fucking bring up? This shit's crazy. So this we had a short. It's Rob Schneider, his stand-up comedy. It's a mashup. Yeah. Let me send it over to. And
then if you can find it, bro, if you can find the analytics, post the analytics behind it.
Listen, actually, best
way. I was gonna tell people right.
Hey, while you're doing that, so check this out. Yo, all of us have YouTube pages. If you're tapped in right now, jump over to It's Your Boy Fifth. As you can see behind me, spelled just like that. That's on YouTube. Sub my channel. Also, Street Magic multimedia entertainment. Is that the?
Oh yeah. Definitely while we're doing all this.
Subscribe on all those channels. Make sure you come check us out. Click the bell for notifications. You can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok at the SunDaze podcast. It's your boy Fifth, Aaron Almeida.
Yeah.
We're across all social medias to check us out. And we all do a
Everything.
little bit different for content too. So, you know what I mean? We have a little bit of something for everyone.
Facts.
Absolutely. Please subscribe, follow, like, comment.
Yes.
It costs nothing and it helps support us. And that's what I was gonna say too about I sent you the link to the YouTube video. Can you do it from there, Aaron?
All right. You sent it
and I'm
to
gonna
the
tell you.
chat.
So check the analytics quick before you run it. So it's gotten 448,589 views. It's got 36.9 thousand likes, 950 comments, over 1,000 subscribers have been added, and it's been shared 4.8 thousand times.
Bro.
Thank God I always put
500,000?
the logo. I put the logo of our fucking of the SunDaze podcast. So every time it gets shared, people can see. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, bro, that's cool.
This is
500,000 almost.
This is gonna be the fucking house that fucking Rob built.
Yeah, whatever.
It's good, yeah. Oh yeah, so we currently have real quick before if you not we have 1,607 subscribers. It's not bad.
And I get on stage and sell out like I just did. You know? You don't see homeless Asian people. You don't see that. That's right. You don't see, hey, listen, man, can you help out a brother? You know, give me some Bitcoin. You know, a little bit Bitcoin, not the whole coin. You know, some of the coin. Hey, listen, man, can you give me $100,000 to I finish medical school
very
and then
of that.
Then I don't need no more help. I good.
You know, replacing Joe Biden with Kamala Harris is like changing your shirt because you shit your pants. You didn't fix anything. I still can smell you.
I was at the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you know this, but they're kind of liberal over there. And Robert De Niro was there. And I know that he hates Trump, you know, and I've been very pro-Trump. At the end of the show, we walk up and I'm behind him, and all of a sudden people push me a little bit, you know. I'm directly behind De Niro, you know. And he turns around.
The look.
Why? Trump is a schmuck. He makes you a schmuck. Schneider, I don't know why you could. It's just, I don't get it. He's making you a schmuck. I just kept thinking, Robert De Niro knows who I am. Starting to think Somalia is not sending us their best.
I like that one.
Yeah. Who is letting their kids be watched by Somalian? Didn't anybody see Captain Phillips, the Tom Hanks movie? They're fucking pirates. We are taking over the ship and the child care center. We're doing both. Everything okay? No. Are you mad? You okay?
No, he's not that. No, he is.
You're mad? That's okay. You know what the cool thing about it in America is? Free speech isn't the speech you like. Nice stuff's not what needs to be protected. It's the stuff that you hate that needs protection, so that somebody like the government or you doesn't get to decide what everybody else gets to hear.
Got him.
And you're more than welcome to disagree and write an act and get on stage and sell out like I just did.
That was a pretty good fucking mashup, though.
You don't see homeless Asian people.
You can cut it now. It's in it. But yeah, dude.
You don't see homeless Asian people.
I know. I went through the comments. I've been doing it every day, and I like and love every single comment, and I make a little comment on their comment to try to help the algorithm keep going, because I want to keep it going to get up over freaking 500,000. But a couple people were like, "Hey, I live in California, whatever, and I see tons of homeless people around here." But both people said, but the weird thing is they don't beg. They're not beggars. Like they don't act like the other homeless people. I don't know.
Well,
But it's
because
true.
it seems like out there, in the California homeless, it seems like that's the homeless destination. So like the homeless people.
Oh, dude,
It's the weather.
dude.
It's because of the weather out there, bro.
It's because of the weather, and it's because of all like they breed homeless people out there.
Who wants to be homeless in New
makes
England, bro?
money off them, dude.
You gotta be homeless in California, bro. Fuck, you want to be homeless in
They
Massachusetts?
travel out there. They go to the strip. They hang out.
You'll fucking die being homeless in Massachusetts. Like,
Yeah,
it's
so
no joke.
they work their way over there, and fucking now they're kind of more like just nomads at that point, and kind of self-sufficient depending on their level of assistance. But out here, they just, hey, you got $1? You got $1? You got $1?
Yeah. You got a cigarette?
Yeah, no.
They're fucking dollar millionaires. Yeah, if you don't have any money, they ask if you have any cigarettes or anything. Like, dude, I don't know.
Like,
I don't think I did
let me
on
get
the.
something out of you. They're like, can I get something?
Yes,
No.
yes. That's how you know that they're not. It's not truly homelessness, because someone who was like truly homeless or would have any ounce of respect would be grateful for any piece of anything they got from anyone. These motherfuckers are like, you got $1? No, I got a cigarette. Just trying to get something out of you, yo. It's a get over. It's a get over.
They want they want the money to buy booze and drugs and shit. Like, a lot of them, the state. So us or whatever are paying for them to be in like these fucking high rises and shit, and then they get money from the state, and then this is extra play money for them. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Go get a fucking job, motherfucker. Like, I'm getting so sick of that, dude. Like, I bust my ass, man. You know what I mean? And you got these fucking clowns. Like, anybody who's able to work physically and mentally, because if you are mentally or physically disabled and you can't work, I'm not cold-hearted. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're fully able to work and you're just a lazy fuck you. Why am I fucking paying for you? You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
What the fuck?
Bro, I bust my ass. I work 40, 60 hours every fucking week to make sure that I got what my kids need and what I need. I don't rely.
And then they get mad and shit when the shit comes out about like, oh, you might not be able to buy like certain fucking junk food and stuff like that, or like, oh, you might have to work. You might have to work like. You might have to work a certain amount of hours or like do like a community service. Like people bug out. Like, bro, like,
listen, with the junk food, I'm all for that. But I think with them doing that, they also need to lower the prices of the healthy food shit. Because
you have a good point there, Aaron.
More food stamps going towards a healthy food meal.
Because it's much more expensive to try to eat healthier.
So in Massachusetts, I found this out recently. In Massachusetts, now listen to this shit. In Massachusetts, you can use your food stamps at farmer stands. And not only that, but they will reimburse you back the money back on your card for doing it. So it keeps you. So it's people that just want to go to Walmart and go get whatever they want, fucking chips, whatever. If they really looked at the program and how it's diverse, you can go to a farmer stand and go get fresh produce, good quality shit, and then it doesn't even count against you. They'll use it and they'll reimburse you back on your card, bro. Like, what?
It's free.
I think cities and towns also have to do a better job at promoting.
And at those produce stands, they make all kinds of shit, like pickles and like they do all kinds of shit.
I know my city, for example, Fall River, Massachusetts, like they got a bunch of farmers markets.
Shout out Fall River.
And they have a horrible job at promoting and letting people know that there's farmer markets at these parks and in these areas at certain times.
Well, they need to do that shit then, man. That's ridiculous.
It's like the people pop up and it's like, unless you drive by or walk by, you
know where
really
it is.
don't know.
Yeah.
And then like
Aaron,
I keep people about it promoting the city, and then they live in the city their whole life. They be like, oh shit, we got that. It's like, yeah, bro, for like a decade.
Yeah, it's been ahead of fucking time.
Dude, you know what keeps reminding me of you all the time, Aaron? I keep seeing these fucking videos. I knew that was coming. I keep seeing these fucking videos of the ship in Battleship Cove because it's still a commissioned warship.
Yeah.
It's never been taken off. So like I wonder if the guns are still. I should actually look into that. But for some reason I've been seeing a lot of that shit. I love that shit. I've been there a bunch of
That
times.
ship
That
is
shit's cool.
actually in the recent movie from a few years ago, Don't Look Up, with Leonardo DiCaprio, Meryl Streep,
Oh yeah.
Day.
When nobody believed that the world was about to get hit by a fucking asteroid or some shit,
Yeah.
because that's really what nobody would give. Like, just the way nobody gave a shit that we flew around the moon. Like,
bro,
people
hey,
would
and nobody in Fall River knew that shit was going down, right? Nobody until the next day. And this is
people
how
would
Fall
be
River
like,
found out.
I got my
'Cause-
fantasy baseball draft league tonight. Sorry, the world's not ending. I got. Like, you
Nah,
don't give
bro,
a fuck
listen.
about nothing.
No, listen. This is how the city fumbled the ball for that, right? Speaking
Okay.
of Battleship,
I think you
it's-
talked about this a little bit before.
It's the world's largest collection of naval ships in the country. Well, the world.
Yeah, the place is fucking
But
awesome. I love that shit.
And then they had the Don't Look Up there. Bro, I'm driving down the street, down by the waterfront. I see the best fireworks I've ever seen in my life down by the waterfront. But I'm like, this is like a random day in the year. Like, why the fuck is there fireworks, right? And we drive down, can't get to the battleship. They got it closed off with a bunch of like movie trailer type shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? They got cops directing traffic to like, you can't come over here. I'm like, all right. I put the police scanner on. They said they're directing traffic for the movie. So I'm like, all right, I know it's a movie now. The next day, Fun 107 does a report. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio and this one and that one, they were all in Fall River yesterday. It's like, wouldn't it have been nice to know for Fall River?
Yeah.
But maybe they didn't want it
promotion?
to be a mob scene.
Right, but that's when you close off a certain area and say, hey, there's an observation area over
Right,
there.
like a certain amount of feet, because then you could have like fucking food trucks and fucking like, yeah, absolutely, dude.
People would
Yeah.
stand over in a parking lot just to get a glimpse of these
Of the movie,
A-list actors and actresses. Fucking Ariana Grande walking by. There's gonna be teenage girls over there. Oh my god, fucking
Dude, Ariana Grande is fucking retarded.
She licks donuts, okay?
That fuck, dude. Her and that other broad from the Wicked Man, dude. They're a couple of nutbags, dude. They need some help. I don't know if you saw that shit when they.
And I think that, you know, with all of this government, we just gotta hold everybody accountable. We gotta make sure everybody's completely transparent.
Dude. That's our biggest problem in this country. There's no accountability anymore. For nothing, you could just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
There isn't, because like they get themselves into a position of power where like they make the legislation, they make the rules.
There shouldn't be a double standard though, man. Like
There
just because you're
shouldn't be,
rich,
but
just because you're
all
rich
playing
doesn't
that
mean that you
game.
should be doing whatever the fuck.
It's not
Like,
supposed
bro,
to be that way.
did you?
The way that
Bro,
was
did you
like,
guys
It's
see
not
it?
supposed to be, but you got to think of human psychology. If everybody's playing that game, they're not gonna like rat on the next person because hey, there's blackmail on you too. Everybody's under each other's thumbs.
Everyone's putting it. Like, did you hear this bullshit?
Like,
You hear
look
this
at when
bullshit?
Clinton got deposed, bro. And they asked him, do you think that Trump should be questioned? No, I never did. Bro, Trump, when you have been like beefing for years, bro. Trump.
But now they're both saying the same thing now. I heard
now
they're
they
both
friends.
saying, I love
They
that
nice
guy.
guys. Yeah,
But
come
Trump's
on,
always
bro.
saying, but Trump keeps saying, I won't say who messed up in letting fucking, but like he keeps like dropping hints about shit that fuck. Oh, he said that Clinton should have done something like about Iran or whatever. Like I don't know. He's
Right,
fucking,
but that was about Iran. In
Yeah,
that
yeah,
whole
no, I know.
Epstein thing, they got a united front. So it's like, hey, you know, these guys are birds of a feather.
By the way,
Left,
did you
right,
guys?
and they play the
Speak-
WWE shit in front of my face. I used to watch wrestling until I realized that, you know, it's more soap opera than anything.
It's central
So, like,
casting,
hey,
basically, is what
UFC's
you're
better.
saying. It's fucking
You know what I
central
mean?
casting. What do you make? God, did you hear the shit that they said that Howard Lutnick? The reason why Trump's tariffs got shot down is not that they weren't that they were unconstitutional, but that it was written wrong. If it was written a different way, it would have been fine. And Howard Lutnick was as part of that. And Howard Lutnick bought a bunch of insurance on all this tariff. So if it got shot down, he stood to gain billions of dollars. You can look into that.
Of course,
But,
bro. That's human. I guess that's human nature, bro. They're gonna see
and it's
somebody
mad
sees
of
an
that.
opportunity to make money and get up. People are gonna do it at the cost of the next person 100 times out of 100 times, bro. Well,
Because you know
99
how
out
the
of 100.
left is always saying like, "Oh, Trump's just getting all of his friends rich and shit," and I don't think that's all that's happening. But like, you see it more and more. Like, it's fucking obvious. It's dead obvious.
All of these
that they're all just
politicians
fucking.
get their friends rich. That's what
They're
they
all
do.
like stuffing as much. There's only so much time they're gonna be there. They're all
Like, if
stuffing
you
their
think
fucking
about it,
pillowcases
like,
for.
if you think about it, we got to get to the root of the politicians, and
Well,
that's
how do we
all
bring back accountability? No, well, there used to be a time in this country where powerful people actually went down for shit and got in trouble. Like
Because we held them accountable
when they got kicked out of the inner circle.
No, that's when we used to hold them accountable because then we don't elect you there. Again, you got to remember, we the people elect these people that end up getting taken advantage of or whatever. They end up getting corrupted. But we put them there. At one point, that class, that level used to look back at us and be like, we can't fuck them over or they won't vote us in. It's become such a disconnect that we don't care anymore.
Well, a lot of people are saying that they don't even feel that their vote even matters anymore. I don't know if you heard, and that I think that's a bad thing. And that's a bad thing.
I think people are lazy and don't want to go through the simple voting process.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't understand how easy it actually is, and they just look at it like,
yeah, if they could all just vote on their smartphone, Aaron, and they would.
Bro, listen, people do banking on their phone.
Yeah, people do everything on their phone now, bro.
So like,
look at
you
China.
can do some facial.
And technically, you
do
could
some
do
facial
that.
recognition on my phone. I gotta type in a one-time password with my social security number.
Yeah, because you could they could prove it was you with that AI technology. Scan your
exactly, and then now you get more people voting. Instead of utilizing that technology,
but it could be. I imagine it could be hacked though.
It's
I imagine it could be hacked though,
to not get the majority of the country voting.
Bro, China does it right now. Exactly what you're saying. China has in place right now. Their social credit score system is based everything upon your phone. They have your phone is linked to a card, is linked to a digital card on your phone that the bank that you
I heard like your healthcare and everything that you do in life.
From the bank to you, there's an entity in between, and the government has the ability to say shut you down. But everything is ran through their phone, 100% of everything. So if they can do it, we can do it. Whether it's good or not, whether we want to give the government that kind of control.
Well, that comes into that ends up getting into like the CBDC territory and shit. Like
but we're already at that point where we're giving the government that type of control.
I know
by doing our banking on the phone, by all our social media on the phone, the pictures and videos.
We already can't get this tiger back in the cage, so
so it's already out. It's already out there. Now it's like, what are they gonna do next? Let's prepare ourselves.
I didn't even know what the point of this Real ID fucking nonsense is. Like, what's the point of that shit? The Real ID? Do you guys both have your Real IDs?
Nope.
No, I don't either. Like, and so many people were against it. They started talking about it almost 20 years ago, but it never got voted in because nobody wanted it. All of a sudden, it just got pushed through.
Honestly, I think it's a money grab. I think it's a way for all these governments, each state, to print out a bunch
Everything's
of
a money grab.
Charge people for money and make a quick buck. America's got to find revenue ways. I mean, that's just a new quick way for revenue.
Massachusetts
was controversial because people were like, "Oh, but it's going to affect me, or it's going to affect this." Like, not really.
Hey, have you guys been seeing?
It's going to affect travel. It's going to affect your migration out of the state. What if Massachusetts? And it's in Massachusetts, right? So you can't fly federally unless you have an ID. So that's going to reduce the amount of flights people are taking, the amount of migration from state to state to state. There's certain people
until people go buy the new ID and go through that process. That's why I say it's a money grab. It's a force to, hey, if you want to do this, now you got to pay us again. Another toll, another tax, without telling us it's a quick tax.
Oh, dude, they're doing all kinds of crazy. Bro, have you seen some of the crazy shit that's going on in Virginia? That new governor they got there, fucking
I haven't met
Spamberger,
the
it's
Virginia shit.
fucking no
What's going on
bueno,
there?
dude. They're trying to take away everyone's guns. They're doing all
In
kinds of
Virginia?
crazy shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
People are
don't see
bugging
that
out.
happening. Not in
Yeah,
Virginia.
I think some people are gonna get. I think there's gonna be some shootouts. Is what I think's gonna happen.
I think a lot of that's going to happen by the end of the year. I think the summer's going to be hot. They say summertime shootouts all the time, and
Yeah, bro. Once the
so
good weather hits Brockton, you can hear gunshots. You get to play your favorite game in the summertime.
gunshots of
Gunshots
fireworks.
or fireworks.
Yeah.
Brocktown,
Oh, it's
baby.
great. You can tell that we all ghetto with that shit from where we from because we know the game gunshot of fireworks.
Yeah, Brock Vegas, baby. Brockton, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Yeah, we got Brockton, New Bedford, and Fall River here. All places that we have a gunshot detector. The Brockton Police Station. I'm sure you guys do too.
Yeah.
Well, Fall River had one. We got rid of it.
Do the
Tell me
police
how
get rid of it?
corrupt that is, right? Bro,
yeah,
the
because they
police
don't want them to
department,
count.
all the money for the shot spotters. They put
Oh,
them
bro.
up, they were like, oh no, it's reporting too much shooting. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
dude.
take it down.
Bro, it's like how they're not even taking crime statistics anymore. You know, like they've been doing that for a while because they don't want. They even fucking put. I heard that they even put people who are black or brown when they get arrested. They're putting them as white people in the system all the time. Like it's craziness. Like. It's all this fucking liberal activist shit. Like, I don't care what color you are. If you did the fucking crime, you know what I mean? Like, that's how they just let people fucking walk. Do you see you see the fucking guy?
Listen, I don't think that's a liberal
bring this up.
activist move with the fucking misracing somebody. I think that's honestly just a police department trying to like even its stats so it doesn't look crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
bad
ridiculous.
data. That's
bad data, dude.
But I think that they do that a lot. Like all of these police departments, the city gets roasted. So like the mayor that controls these police departments and controls the chief. Like I know at least where I'm from in Fall River. Like the mayor, as soon as the crime stats go up, the next 2-3 months they drop dramatically. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's a political game.
And there's like 2-3 big arrests where like it's a drug bust or something. And
it's like how California is doing those busts on that big fucking hospice fucking fraud that Nick Shirley just broke up there because they don't have a chance. That shit is fucking just like they have to do something about the homeless people out there getting paid to fucking sign up people to vote and to vote like under other people's names and shit. Like they can't deny. But also, I want to say
elections are the most important. Local
before I forget, I
because
gotta say, did you guys see that motherfucking Haitian illegal alien who beat that woman to death with a hammer?
No.
You guys didn't see this? It went viral. So I forget what state it was though. So this dude, I think he must have had some sort of altercation with this woman. She was a clerk at a gas station. Apparently, yes. And apparently he fucking he told the cops that he purposely wore the same clothes he was wearing 2 days earlier so she would know it was him, which I don't think that would have mattered anyways because what he did was he went up to her car and started smacking out the windows with a hammer, right? She came out to confront him, and he just fucking bludgeoned her to death right there in broad daylight with a hammer.
With a hammer?
Yep. Damn. Savage. And I'm seeing this shit every fucking day, dude. You saw the girl, the 18-year-old girl who got shot and killed by an illegal alien. That was New Jersey, I believe. And then also recently, there was an 81-year-old man who an illegal alien pushed him onto the train tracks, and he cracked his head open and he died. Like, I'm seeing it like almost every fucking day, bro.
Bro, you remember that video of the Ukrainian girl that was in the subway? The dude came up and slid her
neck?
My
God.
Dude,
I heard the update.
They're letting him off due to he's not mentally capacitated.
So they're not technically letting him off. All right, so the state is saying that he's not competent to run trial, so he's still being held in like
They'll put him in a state hospital.
and a mental facility. But yeah, it's gonna be like fucking club fed for him. It's gonna be a nice cush. But the federal government is swooping in. They want the death penalty.
It's gonna be like Bridgewater State in Massachusetts. So what happens when they send like the crazy people upstate to the prisons? It's just a prison of crazy people.
But the federal government, I'm waiting to see what the federal government is gonna do. But yeah, dude, they tried to hide that story.
It's just a unit of just nothing but psychotic, not mentally capable people.
Yeah, so, like they tried to sweep that shit under the rug, though.
Yeah, like, so picture a normal jail unit just with
everybody. If it was flipped, if it was a fucking white dude,
right?
Stabbing
but the way,
a fucking black
the way they were the mentally confident, he's not going to be held and type.
And he was also saying, "I got that white bitch." I don't know. When you're crazy, does it automatically make you racist?
About the mural of that victim in Providence,
and people damaged it.
They got painted over.
But the artist came back to repair it.
They're gonna do it somewhere else now. Another business down in I think Federal Hill is gonna put it.
Bro, it's just fucked up, man. It's just weird how they try to sweep that shit under the rug. But if it's the other way around, it's gonna be. It's the world we live in is fucked up.
Question: I've been hearing this terminology the last few days, and I want
to
know.
No pun intended. Shout out terminology.
Shout out terminology. Yeah, but this ain't even music related. This is just life and social media related. So, have you guys noticed the change in the algorithm on all social media platforms in the last few months?
Yes.
Where it's more interest algorithm than anything. So, like, if you interact with something or like something or comment, that always pops up in your newsfeed now.
Yeah, it's gonna bring more of that type shit.
So, like,
content.
You go like 3 posts about workout routines. Now, all of a sudden, your whole news feed's workout routines, where it's like not really your friends list visible unless it's in those interests that you're currently interested in.
I always thought that shit was weird that you don't see all of your friends.
It's how you corral people. Instead of giving them the broad spectrum, though, they give you the one, and they're gonna pound you over the head with, like you're saying, the one slice. If it's workout routines, you're not seeing about world news, geopolitics, weather, or any of that shit no more as a broad spectrum.
And shit gets shadowed.
I look at the new algorithm as a way to make more sub genres, more like fucking more fractions. Break it down.
You know what's changed a lot? TikTok, dude. A very noticeable change in everything about TikTok.
Media, bro.
I have a good question about Facebook too.
Listen, what do you think? Like 3 posts of something, guys. Anything, something that you're really not interested in. Go like 3 posts of it.
I will.
That's gonna be your whole news feed for this week.
I have a good question too. I was thinking about a lot lately. Before Trump, like during the Biden administration, I was fucking heavily fucking banned, restricted, shadow banned, and now I'm not. Like there's some things I've changed. Like I always like in a bad word, I'll make one of the characters or 2 of them like a symbol and shit. But still, even back then, even if I did it like that, I would still get bopped. Like eventually, when Trump's out,
I think the restrictions with Trump.
If Trump gets out and Democrats get back in, is it going to go back to that? I've been wondering about that shit.
I think it's already too far out of the cage. Like you were mentioning, like the Tigers out the cage earlier. It's one of those situations where, like, I think the Democrats before Trump was trying to control the growth of social media, censor people so that way people couldn't go too left, too right. You know what I mean?
They censored the president, bro. They censored the fucking president of the United States.
Censored everybody.
Fucked. Like, you realize how fucked that shit was, right?
Right, but I think that's
bad.
But that shows how powerful the internet and these platforms are for influence. So
technological oligarchy.
Right. So they were like, oh shit, we gotta control this. That way, bang. I mean, and then Trump was like, nah, fuck that. Let it ride.
Well,
and
he was like, fuck that because
where it is, and you can't take that back from the people. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if the Democrats got in and tried to somewhat do what they did last time by censoring anyone that's center right or right leaning at all, and try to squander their opinion and try to their influence or their reach capability.
You're saying you're wondering if they'll try to do it again?
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
Yeah.
They won't put it in your face. They won't throw it in your face like they did, but it'll be.
Bro, since Trump.
I can see them trying, but I can't see it working this time.
There are mad videos
all gone as fucking a society where they'll lose anything that they just got back.
Haven't you guys seen any of these videos?
Yeah, exactly. They'll start going over to Rumble. They'll start going over to fucking all these.
Right. So what I think the Democrats' playbook is. They can't play censor. They can't play fucking nice.
They want
you gotta stop
censorship,
trolling. You gotta stop playing the game. You gotta be Brunt. You gotta be Trump. You know what I mean? Just with Democratic views.
I should find or put together a fucking montage of a bunch of Democrat politicians saying shit like, once Trump is gone, we're coming after all you motherfuckers. Anybody who supported Trump, like, I know you've seen some of that shit, Joey, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, that's the tit for tat.
They're saying the quiet part. Yeah.
These parties do. All these politicians do that same tit for tat. This is why, like I've said before, taking it back to the Epstein Saga, because that continues. I feel that both parties are implicated, and they're gonna bat for each other. But there's certain people they're gonna throw to the wolves. Like, why did they throw Bill Gates to the wolves? You gotta look at this. Bill Gates was the richest man on earth.
Yeah, I thought that guy was evil for a long time.
But this tells me, like, okay, that was who you sacrificed, though, was Bill Gates.
Because
who's above Bill Gates that made that decision?
The New World Order, the people that don't have a left or right. I think Bill Gates is part of that organization because he's always been about world depopulation.
I think Bill Gates is a fucking demon, man.
Different times saying he wants to use vaccinations as a way to depopulate the planet. Maybe even that's too far left for the Democrats, which is hard to say. But maybe even they were like, I can't have you associated with me saying this kind of shit. Yo,
dude, all these big tech, bro, all these big tech guys were talking about this shit.
But
about a reset. By killing off a bunch of population.
But listen, the thing is,
a bunch of their wives left them
above Bill Gates made that call to sacrifice.
The WEF.
Like, who is that New World Order?
The WEF, like Klaus Schwab, all these people that are trying to make global this elite conglomerate that seems
the Rothschilds,
the Koch brothers.
That seem to be trying to
the Koch brothers, the Rothschilds,
from one global mindset.
The Rockefellers.
There is a shitload of people that are. We don't know who they are. And if you find out who you are, you're gone. They're gonna wipe you off the face of the world. We don't know who they are. The people that we know the names of aren't the people in that position.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you 1,000%. But I think that's where our focus has to be.
Do you think that's why politicians are so?
We already figured out that these elite people that we know their names, that they're like implicated. So it's like, okay, well, who's above them? It's just the next logical question. Like, and now we got to figure out who those unnamed people are.
Yeah, shining the light on the shadow. Like, we'll try.
Do you think that's why Do you think that's why a lot of these politicians are so retarded, because they want them to be like that, because they're just puppets. They're just a bunch of fucking.
It keeps your attention on Pinocchio, not Geppetto.
Basically, the people who run the world. Basically, people who run the world have their fucking fist up those people's asses, making them fucking say what they want them to say.
So that you don't pay attention to who they are. You don't try to find out who they are because we're too busy watching fucking Trump go on there talking about wiping out civilizations and shit. Our focus is now there and not who's dangling them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a show, bro. It's a circus.
Yeah,
I'm almost all this accountability that we've been talking about, shit like that. This is gonna be terrible. It even hurts me to say this, but I'm almost curious to see if the Democrats get back in 2028. Well, they'll actually get in 2029, but if they will go after, what Aaron's been saying, the whole time, that the right is going after the left, and then when the left gets in, the left's going after on the whole Epstein shit. Like, I'm almost curious to see what's going to be done. And if nothing's done, then because Biden administration
they're going to try to squash it too, bro, because there's a whole shitload of Democrats on there. This is why when they had the list, they didn't try to use it, and I know they couldn't because I had somebody say, "Oh, it was still illegal. Biden couldn't release it. It doesn't matter."
But now there's a law, dude.
They could have leaked Trump's name, and it would have hurt his campaign. And they could have keep using leaks to fucking go after him, and they didn't because they know a shitload of their people are on that fucking list.
Well, I think that the reason why they didn't do leaks is because if you plan on trying to convict or to hold accountable and press charges in the future, it's kind of like securing a warrant properly. You got to make sure, like, you can't leak this while the information is going, because now as a defense attorney, this was already leaked to the public before there was, now it influenced the decision.
Trump is one person. They could have leaked it just to discredit him, so that they could have done everything they could have so that he wouldn't have won in 2024. And they tried to get Harrison. You know what I mean? Just going ahead.
That's what I said. If they had a smoking gun,
that would have been a short-term thing. That would have been like just for the election. I think that they want to press charges.
If they had a smoking gun on Trump, they would have.
Right, because they didn't have it on smoking gun on 90% of the people. But I think that, like I said, they're all still suspect for hanging with the fucking, the pimp of the kids.
Yeah, I don't like it. No.
He was the pimp of everything. Of everything important. You know what I mean? Dude, he was around in different we said this on the last podcast, different intelligence agencies and shit. He was pimping. He was the king in a lot of key areas, man. He made himself extremely valuable to all of the upper echelon people.
Like the people I would give
he was a man of many fucking hats, dude.
Like the people I would give a pass that are one and dones. The people that pulled up once and you don't hear them anymore. Those people I'll give a pass, because this is what I assume. I assume you pulled up there to try to meet the kingmaker, and then he tried to like, hey, let's drink, let's smoke, let's do this. You start feeling funny. Now there's like young girls around and shit. There's all this. You're like, yeah, bro, I gotta go. Like, what the fuck? And you don't fuck with them no more. All right, bro, you get a pass. You know what I mean? You figured out it was some weird shit. Cool. But the other people, I think, they was fucked up, drugged a little. They got into some compromising situations and was like, fuck. I'm stuck. Epstein
hated Trump because Trump didn't want to be fucking boys with him, kicked him out of fucking Mar-a-Lago. That shit is true.
Yeah, I know that they had a falling out, but it's like, okay, they still were boys.
A long time ago, though.
Yeah,
but yeah, so, there's still. Like I said, if we got the evidence, if we could get the evidence, man. I'm not like a Trump fucking
pedophile, like
sycophant. If they get the goods on Trump, let's fucking line them up with the rest of them. Firing squad. I don't give a shit.
Right, but I think that
I just don't know. I just feel like it's very. I
feel that the Democrats didn't want to open that can of worms because
it's very disappointing. Like I said, we're gonna know if the Democrats get in and they do nothing. We're gonna know that no one. I said if the Democrats get in 2029 and they do nothing, we're gonna know that nothing's ever gonna get done.
You're gonna know sooner than that, bro, because the midterm elections are November of this year, and we'll start to see the wave. That'll be the first indication of what's gonna happen. You'll know in about fucking 6 months.
Right, because if we lose both Congress
which is projected right now.
They're gonna hit him with impeachment after impeachment after.
No, it's gonna stall the government because he's not gonna be able to pass a goddamn thing through, and it's gonna get
it turns him into a lame duck.
It's gonna turn into he can't pass any of his agendas, and then it's gonna turn into Congress and the Senate constantly going after these Republican people that are in office over these wars. Nothing is dude. They're gonna stalemate this motherfucker for the next 2 years, and that's what they want, because then when it comes back time around. In 2028, if had 2 years of stagnant movement, looks terrible for the Republican Party. That's a huge advantage for the Democrats.
I know it's a what if, and it's a long shot. But if this Iran situation turns out with a good ending, that really could change things a little bit. But I mean, it's still the long ways away from November.
Shit.
Just saying.
But
the Epstein shit is always going to be a ghost, man. That ghost is going to be floating around.
With the Epstein shit, and we mentioned Pam Bondi before. You know that the oversight committee subpoenaed Pam Bondi?
Yeah, well, I mean, the fucking broad, when they were asking her questions, she's like, hey, look at the stock market. We don't need, what? What,
Right.
bitch? But, dude, Todd Blanche, also bad. That fucking guy. And they said he's only the intern.
And Bill Gates has agreed to testify before the House committee. And it also says Bank of America just reached.
I want to see that. Because did you ever watch the Clintons? Did you ever watch the Clintons?
What's the
deposition?
In a lawsuit filed by Epstein victims, which alleged the bank overlooked warning signs about his accounts.
Did you guys ever see? Would you like watch the whole Clinton fucking deposition?
I did. I watched the whole Clinton deposition and the Hillary one.
Wasn't it fucked?
Listen, I came to the conclusion they
that
both
they're demons. Oh yeah,
well,
dude.
The conclusion that they're demons. I came to.
You ever heard of Frazzle Drip?
Well, like demon-ish. Okay, so they're like,
yeah,
they like Clinton definitely liked teenage girls, so and younger girls. So Clinton
Hillary likes to kill people.
Right, he was fucking around diddling. And Hillary knew about it, but she wanted that position of power, so she overlooked everything that he did. And the world found that out when she forgave him for the Monica Lewinsky shit.
Oh yeah, dude! Everybody look up. Everybody look up what is.
Want just keep it quiet.
Anybody who sees this, look up what is Frazzle Drip. Frazzle Drip.
Scared to look that up.
Frazzle Drip. Look it up. Frazzle Drip is the name of a file that was on Anthony Weiner's laptop. And it also said insurance. And it's a video of two people going into a room, and one of them definitely looks to be Hillary Clinton. There's been a couple of law enforcement officers that have under oath said what they saw because they had to view it was there, and that they're like killing somebody in a ritual in a ritual way on video. Did you look it up?
I think the ritual shit is to instill the fear.
And Hillary Clinton loves killing people. All right.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
All the elites do. all the elites really do, bro.
Think about how powerful they must feel when they kill people.
Once they get to that power, they gotta get a new thing. It's like I was watching that Surviving Hugh Hefner shit, right? And some of the former playmates was talking about like when they first got with him, he was cool with like having sex with like 2-3 girls. And then eventually like that wasn't enough. So he started having them doing shit with like animals and bestiality and all this other shit.
Good gosh.
It always had to one up the next thing because like, all right, yeah, that's boring now.
Because you can't get off on it anymore.
Right. So like that's what these powerful
people. Dude, Bill Clinton was like, I can't come unless I kill the bitches.
See, I don't think he was killing them. I think Bill Clinton's thing was he was fucking around. I just wanted to do that funny little voice. Yeah. Bill Clinton was just a freak pedophile. He was just trying to get his dick sucked. And
well, we knew he was a freak. The whole world knew.
And I mean, Epstein looking at him was like, "Hey, this dude just thinks."
And Hillary's just a power-hungry little fucking gremlin.
She's just a female cuck. She.
They have a lot of they're very connected to the Rothschilds, right?
They all are. As soon as you get into that upper echelon, you get the introduction to everybody. It's like, yo, new level, introduce handshakes and meetings with everybody. Okay, they're gonna help you get to the next level where they introduce you to the next round of people. It's kind of like
I want to know about the shit. I want to know about the shit that we don't know about, like what Joey says, like the fucking tier above these fucking. Because you like hardly ever see anything on like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers.
Because they're not really in power anymore. From that name, from that version of the name, dude. There's probably morphed. I bet you that conglomerate didn't just dissipate. They just morphed the brand or something else.
David Rockefeller.
6 degrees of separation between the Rockefeller name and this new conglomerate that's really running it. It's the same people.
David Rockefeller literally sent Jeffrey Epstein like as his whatever to the fucking Trilateral Commission, bro. Like that's why like Epstein was way more powerful than I ever thought. Some of the shit that I
Yeah,
fucking
but
see.
now there's a new Epstein. Who's that?
Like he was he was David Rockefeller's guy. Like I mean,
If you know who that is, you die.
Rothschild.
When you find out who that is, you get fucking disappeared.
You know that air gun that somebody walks up behind you, just shoots that air gun in the back of your skull.
Some people are trying to say it's that Michael Rubin guy who runs Fanatics and owns the Philadelphia 76ers. Because he throws all those white parties like Diddy used to.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know why after all that, after everything that's happened, I don't know why anybody would even do that anymore.
Because that's
I
what
think
they
people
do.
are trying to just go to a party and then, like, you know, blackmail is always going to exist. Extortion's always going to exist, especially when you're in big power. You know what I mean?
I
so,
guess
like,
it's
as
just
soon as
technology now
powerful, don't trust them if they're too powerful because
like they can't stop us from seeing. Like they used to be able to control the population so much more because you weren't seeing all this shit. Like there's just like because of technologies, there's just so much information. But like sometimes it's dangerous too because some of it's not real. You know what I mean? But we're so much more informed. So like maybe that's why we think shit. But I don't know, man. This world's pretty fucked up, dude. Like this is the most fucked up the world's been in my lifetime.
Well, it hasn't always been. It's always been this way.
Like I said earlier, we got the.
Well, because I do see the parallels. Like, look at how the late 1960s, we were at war. We were fucking. The whole country was divided politically. We were supposedly going to the moon. Like, look at how the parallel. I always say, history doesn't repeat itself technically, but it rhymes. Like you do see the parallels, right?
It's the system repeats itself. It's just the details change.
It's like when you can't.
The same structure.
In the game change.
It feels like whenever
the game, but the game doesn't. But the game.
It feels like whenever everything else fails, take them to war. Tell them we're going to here, we're going to the moon. Like
well,
that's
war
how
helps
it feels.
the economy too. I mean, whether people like it or not, war helps the economy. Now, you know what I mean? We're buying shit, we're moving shit, we're using these missiles, we have to replace them, we have to replenish them. These companies that really drive the economy, you know, the blue chip companies, the Fortune 500, 600
like
companies.
Raytheon and fucking,
these companies need to keep their profits moving. They really
Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, like the war right now, in my opinion, I feel like it was just a perfect storm. Like we've talked about it before. There's the AI arms race. There's the Russia trying to get its land back. China's trying to get land back. North Korea's trying to get land back. Iran and Israel trying to get land. Everybody out there trying to get land. So America said, "Hey, me too. This will help my economy. This will help my revenue and fucking resources. So we all playing this game. I gotta play too. Otherwise, I'm gonna get left behind."
They say too. Oh, sorry.
And then so we all do it, and that's the way it goes. And it just happened to line up with the Epstein shit. It just happened to line up with everything else, and it's like
just a quinky dink.
Well, I think there's.
I also heard that China. I heard recently that China is now in a space race with us, and that they are trying to get back on the moon before we can.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of like the same way we're in a space.
Everyone is, dude.
Oh, everyone.
Was it Russia? Russia's trying to do the
I'm
same
sure
shit
Russia's
too.
going too. Yeah, because everyone's afraid that someone else is going to build some sort of weapon on the moon. That's really.
And then be able to attack them from the top down. How could it? Think about it. If you put some kind of weapon on the moon, you're the first continent.
It drops straight down, bro.
Whatever it is, a laser beam, whatever the technology is. Think about it, bro. How do you stop that? With Iran has great ballistic missiles, right? And they're able to defend themselves that way. You ain't defending yourself from a laser beam from the fucking moon. Neither is China. Neither is Russia.
Right.
That's why, dude.
Unless they got some technology from some special force field dome that can.
That's why, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and now we're getting into fucking Star Trek shit.
It's gonna be, dude.
I think the first step on the moon before a weapon is gonna be manufacturing. Well, not manufacturing, but like that's where we're gonna stop putting the data centers in like 10 years, 20 years.
Oh, the fucking.
How Jeff Bezos says that we're gonna start doing a bunch of shit on the moon. And we're going to put all the production up there. It's like, nah, I don't think we're going to do that because, like, bro, now you're going to have robot workers on the moon, all this weird shit. I think that's where we're going to have the data centers.
And they want to mine the moon too. But dude, what do you make? You know, there's a lot of people who are fucking protesting all of these data centers, right? There's a lot of people who don't like them, and like all these mini nuclear power plants.
Import exports, right? America doesn't have much export. Okay, well, we do, but we rely more on all our manufacturing left went to China.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, we have a bunch of factories like Amazon, Walmart, big businesses like that. That if AI does take over and we lose this AI arms race, they're all out of jobs. And now them as consumers, they can't buy anything because they're out of jobs. The stock market crashes.
Yeah,
so
AI is
we
going
need
to change the world.
that we can export to people. So what we will do is become like, know how India was the data center for fucking telemarketers? We're going to be the fucking data center for AI. That's our plan and hope. And we're going to get...
Did you read like an article on this or something?
Huh?
No,
What's your source? Aaron?
Well, I watched this whole documentary on it actually, where they were breaking
I believe it
down.
though.
It makes sense.
I believe it though.
Makes sense.
Because like we don't have much to export anymore. And if we're in this AI arms race with China, they already took all our manufacturing. If they want to, they could shut us off from all our imports.
And it actually is true that a lot of people don't even realize that the most valuable commodity in the world right now is data.
Well, no, hold on. Aaron, the thing with China is you're right. They could shut us off, but they won't, and they really can't. It's a double-edged sword because we're their biggest consumer. By shutting us off, you're essentially destroying yourself. Who are you going to manufacture to? Who's going to purchase what you're manufacturing?
They wouldn't shut us off unless the world switches to the yen.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Last
trying
week,
to do with Iran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week,
Iran Strait of Hormuz shit, if the war in Iran goes left and goes sour, and the American dollar is not the world trade currency anymore, and it switches to yen, then China can shut us off because now everybody's going to them and their currencies in every country.
We're still, it's not just a straight. There's so much more that has to happen in order for that to happen.
Right.
We're not even close to that. It is trending a little bit, like the needle's
they're trying to do it
that way a little bit, but it's not. There's a long way for that to go.
Oh yeah, it's a long way for any of this to go. This is all just like long-term future hypotheticals, but this is their game plan. Their game plan is switch the currency, the world currency, to them, and now they're the leader in manufacturing in the world. And the currencies for them, so everybody's buying for them. And
but obviously, we're going in the other direction, trying to fight against that. But we're trying to fight against that.
Obviously, we're not going to go down without swinging like with the world currency. But there's no way we're just going to be like, hey, here you go, take it. You know what I mean? Like,
right. But it's like you got to understand the opposition's playbook to make your defense.
Yeah.
So, like knowing what China's trying to do, that's why we're okay. I got to take Venezuela real quick. I need resources, that crude oil I can sell, get it refined, shipped out. Bang. I need Cuba to starve. So let me get Cuba next. Okay, I need Greenland. I need the spot over here.
The shield of Americas, bro. I need this whole continent. I need this whole hemisphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, we're protecting South America as part of that whole
It's all
monopoly
a plan. It's all a plan though. Like you realize that this is just
I feel like this ever since this is human evolution. There's always been one tribe trying to take over every tribe. You know what I mean?
We're empire building. I think we're empire building again.
It's not again. It's never stopped.
Yeah, everybody's empire.
Well, they were doing it more sneakily before.
No,
now they can't.
Because the internet, you have shit you have instant information now. You didn't have it before.
Let's turn into
letters. Write letters would take 2-3 weeks to get back.
Yeah, let's turn into an imperial.
And that's if the letter even made it.
Mm-hmm. And bro, if it isn't us doing it, it's gonna be someone else doing it. So again, I always say this: what side of the fist do you want to be on? What side?
We used to do this. Bro. There's mad countries that when we did this back in the day, like all their best shit, like we built it there, like you know what I mean, like because we tried to westernize the place, you know what I mean. But like
speaking of building it there, the comment says it seems we're taking manufacturing off the earth and going to manufacture on the moon. And who controls space controls the world. More living space on Earth. LOL.
But when I heard them
he has
talking
a
about
point. There's a
mining,
valid point in that.
but when I heard them talking about mining the moon, I started to think about like strip mining the moon. Like, couldn't that go wrong? Like, couldn't that
probably?
No, I mean like affect like yeah. If you were
Because it
changing
could
the
affect
mass,
the trajectory of the moon because of the mass and density of the
yeah,
moon.
I was listening to some shit where they were saying that they would have to bring
Oh.
dirt and gravel like from Earth.
Bro, you're saying
up
strip mine the
to
moon.
replace
The
it.
moon doesn't have like a ton of minerals like the Earth does. They're really the number one commodity up there is helium-3. If you look into it, yo, you get AI this shit, bro. Like the main, that's what they're trying to get at, and it's like a specific type of helium.
Okay, I think there's a couple of things that
No, there's more. It's more than just the one. I'm saying that's the main commodity that's up there. Like, and there's already almost no atmosphere as it is now.
And besides,
manufacturing up there, it would be more livable space on Earth.
Makes sense.
And besides the fact that it's all about these whole missions are about like Joey was saying about national security. National security. You fucking asshole. Now you made me forget what I was saying.
That was hard.
Oh, also, supposedly it's about getting to Mars too, because we're supposed to skip from fucking.
Yeah,
they want to build a base.
Elon's dream is to colonize Mars.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Elon's involved in all of this now, dude. Like, I don't think NASA would even be doing what it's doing without all the help that they've gotten.
Of course not.
From
I mean, Elon got his whole shit teamed up with. Yeah,
SpaceX is far more advanced than fucking NASA is, or if they're not more advanced, they're doing with the limited technology they have. They're doing more. They've surpassed NASA.
I think that they are more advanced. Just because, look at it like this, with the government.
Dude, look at those rockets that fucking come back and fucking dock on that shit.
Yeah, look at the government with NASA, right? All of that shit's got to go through red tape. It's got to go through this committee hearing, this subcommittee, this vote, that. All this bureaucratic bullshit process with SpaceX, that's privately owned. He's like, bro, I could just do this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, who's gonna vote on?
There's definitely practical reasons. There's definitely practical reasons for sure that we're going to the moon, because you know how expensive it is. You know how expensive it is to go to the moon. It's fucking crazy money.
But yo, think about me. All right, so I'm just thinking about this. You put all your manufacturing on the moon. We already have a huge price increase just for moving shit on planet Earth. What's it going to cost to manufacture shit on the moon and then send it back to Earth?
That'd be
transportation cost. Think about that.
That's why I don't believe the manufacturing would go up there. I think the data centers would go up there.
Because
we get rid of the big data centers that are like football field sizes, just because it's a warehouse of fucking computers.
And eating up crazy
go on the moon.
I know.
And they're eating up crazy amount of energy to fucking do it. They put them on the moon with like a nuclear reactor on the moon, and if it does go nuclear, it doesn't affect anything on Earth. I mean, it's gonna be shitty for the moon. Don't get me wrong, but fucking like it's not. You're not making parts of America inhabitable.
Right. So I mean, you can make the moon inhabitable because there ain't nobody up there.
Exactly.
Joey, I just thought of the answer. Do you remember you asked me what would make me believe that we go to the moon? When I fucking go to the moon, then I'll be going to the moon. But they do claim that someday. But they do claim, yes, points. They do claim that someday we will be able to just travel to the moon. Like, it'll be a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, listen, if you want a high altitude balloon ride, you can get that for $125,000.
But yeah, you see that shit where they have like satellites on those balloons? You ever seen that shit?
If you are on that Virgin Galactic, you're gonna need to fork over at least $450,000 per flight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it'll get cheaper in the future, just like everything else.
Yeah.
But we're a long ways away from it being that cheap. But I'm really curious to see what this world's going to be like just like 10 years from now. I think that
10 years from now, you'll get your cheap space flight at Disney World. It'll be
like, I think
$5,000.
Right, like you just go up and like you don't even go that far out of the atmosphere into space.
Yeah, you just go up and go right back down.
Yeah,
it'll be like I definitely think that could be.
You're not going to be able to until they can figure out how to shield radiation. because there's a radiation belt separating where the moon location is in the Earth. It's the Van Allen radiation belt. This is the reason why we haven't gone to the moon. NASA's admitted this shit.
Well, yeah, we're just talking.
So do you think it does massive? So do you think it does massive damage
they come
to these
back
astronauts?
Yeah, lower Earth orbit. That's from the radiation belt down. That's like the space.
Do you think that traveling to space then has done massive damage to these astronauts?
I think so, because that's gotta have some type of effect on your body.
If they're being exposed to radiation like that, yeah, because NASA says that you can't.
Yeah,
that's why some people think we never went there, because they're like, how'd you get through the Van Allen belt? Did you know that back in the day, I forget what year it was, it's like in the after they built the atomic bomb, that we nuked the atmosphere? Look it up.
Well,
I believe it was called
the radiation.
Aaron, look up Operation Fishbowl.
Yeah, that's what it is. They were afraid you were going to nuke the atmosphere by setting off nukes. I think Russia. I want to say by what you're talking
about.
But
I think they were trying to bust a hole.
What, in the firmament?
Not necessarily the firmament, but like a hole through the atmosphere, so it would be easier to get through.
I believe it was Russia that tried that.
Was safer.
I may be mistaken though.
No, we did it. Dude, we were blowing up nukes in this country, bro.
It was in 1962 when America did that.
And what does it say? Does it explain?
It was carried out by the United States as part of a larger Operation Dominic nuclear test program. So they were testing the nukes, but testing it in space.
I know, dude. They tested nukes in this country, bro. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? Nevada was a huge fucking spot where they were.
Well, at the time when they're testing these nukes, you gotta think, well, where the fuck am I gonna test them besides like actual using them? So like that's why they picked Nevada. They were like, damn, this is like a desert over here.
Yeah, it's nothing but desert out there for miles, and we can get away with it.
Oh, this is where I'm gonna test it. Yep. There's no people.
They also did you ever hear that during World War II they tested nukes like out in the ocean, and they had sailors on a boat like I forget how far away, and they told them that when it went off that they had to put their hands over their eyes, and the dudes was watching a documentary, but the dude said that when it went off they could see the fucking bones in their fucking hands.
That's how bright it was.
Like an X-ray.
Yeah, that's how bright it was.
The radiation.
Listen,
a lot of those guys.
I look at it like this.
Shit.
Listen, I don't eat seafood. When I was younger, my mom used to make mad seafood. I don't eat seafood as a grown man.
Did you say nasty food?
No, she used to make mad seafood. But
oh man, I love seafood, man.
Listen, I don't fucks with it no more. I see everything that they put in that ocean. No.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
You gotta look at that. The ocean look at it as like a bathtub, right? Yeah, it doesn't fully drain ever, but you just keep diluting it with mad other shit. At some point, how much of that is really like water?
Bro, did you ever see these fucking like
oil spills, the fucking nukes that would
all
that shit stayed in the bathtub, bro?
You know the currents, the underwater currents in the ocean. There's certain places where they meet and like all the trash fucking builds up in like a big fucking floating fucking dumpster in the middle of the ocean. Like that shit's fun. And there's countries that have beaches that the whole beach is covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Like
that's Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia, they have the two biggest rivers that dump into the ocean have that problem. They all dump their trash into the fucking thing.
Yeah,
dude, a lot of those countries, bro, they still just throw piss and shit like out the fucking back window of the house and shit. Like
right, but look at that, all goes in the water. I'm good with eating whatever's just chilling and swimming around.
Yeah, they actually, but you know what?
Next time you have some lobster or shrimp, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I was just listening to a thing. It's funny you brought that up, and I was just listening to a thing the other day that they were saying that people would assume that if you go and fish and catch a wild fish, that it's gonna be healthy for you and like. But no, because we polluted shit so bad, and like even like microplastics and shit, it's actually not fucking good for you. Like what the fuck have we done?
They say that every person has plastic in their system, their blood.
Yes.
By the age of 9
shit too. It was on Joe Rogan.
So it's
They
like,
say like if you drink like hot shit, if you eat or drink hot shit out of like plastic fucking Tupperware and shit, you get microplastics into your system. Like everybody has them, man.
well, listen, microplastics are in everything, so there's no avoiding microplastics at
Not
all.
at this
Yeah.
point. Yep.
Unless like you eat like, you know what I mean, a hunter gatherer from back in the day.
And even
Yeah,
that you
you
probably got it because it's in the environment now. It's embedded in the
we're gonna
environment.
motherfucking.
You know what I mean? I don't think there is anything that's untapped. We'll call it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
because even
Eventually
if
we're
you
gonna turn
the
into.
animal ate something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I think we're fucked at that point. And so, with that being said, I wonder how does this affect our mutations as a species moving forward? Think about this in 10,000 years. We're eating all this microplastic in the last 100 years, right?
We're
How is
gonna
that
turn
going to
into
affect us long term
fucking.
and actually
We're gonna,
switch our DNA? Because our DNA is going to adapt to this.
bro.
And
We're gonna
what-
turn
and
into
how does
like
this change, you know what I mean?
living
Yeah, the
fucking
body's gonna be a
Bobby
lot different.
dolls. We're gonna turn into Bobby dolls. We're gonna
Listen,
turn
I think
plastic,
that
my
like
boy.
we're gonna
You know, I
evolve
think we've been
to, like,
going on for over 2 hours, and I'm getting mad hungry right now.
yeah,
That's
I
all.
doesn't
seen
surprise
something
me.
yesterday with this dude. He had like the world's largest nose, but it said that they increased his
Who,
like
Styles?
sense of smell. Hey, so
Wait,
it
see
is
right now?
not him. So it increased his sense of smell
Look at
by like
that beat.
70 something percent. And I'm like, yo,
I gotta
I'm
do a
like, just
23
imagine
minute.
if like future humans, we realize like, hey, you could breathe better and fucking have
With a bigger
stronger
nose?
sense, just bigger noses, and humans just start generally over time getting bigger noses.
Evolving it. That makes sense.
I'm like that.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's definitely. Yeah.
I heard that over the generations that the pinky finger has gotten shorter. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but
All right, we'll ask that and then wrap this up. So I'm
yeah,
gonna ask the good old fucking AI and have
it might
this.
just
Which
be
one
an
are you
old
using? You
wives'
Chat
tale.
GPT or Gemini? Google Gemini.
It might
I'm
it
gonna
might
do
be
the
an old
chat.
wives' tale. Like you remember when I thought that Benjamin Netanyahu had 6 fingers?
Over time, has the human pinky finger on average gotten smaller?
That's a really interesting question. There's some evidence suggesting that certain human bones, including the pinky, have become smaller over time, likely due to shifts in lifestyle and technology, but it's not super dramatic or universal. It's
Like
more
the
like a
phone.
gradual evolutionary trend. So, yeah, kind of a subtle change, not a sudden reduction.
What are the human changes that have been part of evolution in our DNA for the last 100 years that could be noticeable?
Yeah, so in just the last century, it's a bit subtle, but a few things have been observed. For example, human height has been increasing in many populations, likely tied to nutrition and health improvements. There's also been a shift in things like jaw and tooth size. Our jaws are often shorter, possibly because softer diets reduce the need for large chewing muscles. And some researchers think we might see changes in things like immune system genes as we adapt to new diseases or modern environments. But these changes tend to happen pretty gradually. So
Turn into
it's a slow
motherfucking
process.
robots.
So smaller jaws because we're eating softer food. Not bad.
Yeah, that's a big change. Like, yeah, by what we eat and shit.
Yeah,
Processed
so
foods have fucking changed us a lot too, in a bad fucking way.
I think
made us
processed
fucking fat.
foods fucked up the brain the most.
Oh yeah, all the junk that's in it, dude. A lot of
That's
countries don't
why,
even have this.
like our
A lot
whole
of countries have
generation is kind
been.
of like fucked in the head.
Yeah, a lot of
Fucked in the
countries
head.
have
We're
been.
fatter. We're not as smarter. We're slower. We're more docile.
Yes,
we're easier to be controlled.
Yes, by saying we are not as smarter, you have proved the point. We are not.
Right. We are not as smart.
But we're still smarter than some of these kids. Like not the youngest ones, like you were saying, Joey. They're starting to like become reality. But some of these other generations below us are actually retarded. I don't know.
Right. The very next generation below us, that was the lowest, and then fucking it peaked back up with the youngins.
Yeah, which is good.
Some of them, but I feel like before we wrap this up, I think that with all of this shit going on, it's just all a big psyop game. It's all a big game with all of these people. They all play games, and we just got to track the money. And wherever the money goes, that's who's running shit.
And I want all of our audience members to know that you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you.
We made it, Mama! I made it.
Guy, you never give me a good fucking sound, you piece of shit. You're against me. I like that one. That one's better. Dun-dun-dun-dun. But yeah, so
What are the sounds you got?
like Joey was saying earlier, everybody out there who sees this, look for us on every social media. The SunDaze podcast show, Street Magic Multimedia, Aaron All Nighter, Joey Beck. Like we should actually I should make up a thing with like all of our shit. I mean, I post our stuff like separately, but yeah.
Like a collage.
Yeah. We need to I think we should try to get a guest on the show sometime soon. Let's work on that between now and I'd love to get a Democrat on here.
Bro, once you get like Jerron on here, Matthew Scott on here, any of the people that roll Matthew Scott,
I would love to get Jerron on here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Matt Scott lately.
I saw those posts, bro. It's funny too. All of a sudden, he's throwing around the N-word like it's nothing.
He's going crazy.
That's not good. That's no bueno.
I think his paranoia of everything, like being so black-pilled, he's just like me against the world, Tupac, all eyes on me. Shit,
good Lord.
Good Lord, gentlemen.
Yeah, dude. Because we don't play that shit over here. We're just some white boys who, why the fuck are we talking about what we talk about? And we just dress like black people. I don't know what that means. I love that, Joey. I was thinking about how Joey was like, how do black people dress?
Right.
Yo,
so
you know stupid.
Know what's weird to me?
That shit was
we're the youngest old generation ever. So any generation before us, you look at pictures in old history. Nobody at our age was dressed the way we dress.
So, I know they start dressing like old people.
No, listen, our generation just held on to our youth, and like even though our body's old, we're young forever.
We dress like that for sure. And that's funny.
Yeah, we're young on mine. No, that's
really
so like
that's facts.
It's just we look younger.
I just thought that shit was corny, like all that nonsense.
Like I think I looked younger at my age than my dad looked at my age. And
like, it's a thing, dude. Like Gen X, there's a Gen X trend on TikTok. If you put an X, that red X thing, Generation X, and everyone else who's in. I mean, because you guys, because I just snuck into Generation X. Because I'm 1980. I'm like on the very tail end. You guys are what? You guys are
Xennials. They call us Xennials.
Yeah.
Gen 1, Xennials.
Yeah.
I think it's like 1980 to 85, I think, or so, 83 or some shit.
Yeah.
It was like,
because I still technically, I'm on the list to be Gen X, but I also can be on the Xennials. Yeah. We're like the last fucking people who weren't totally fucking retarded.
I think I'm on the millennial list.
That men can have babies and chicks can have dicks and. That's why we don't get that shit.
On that shit. So
that fucking scream.
Yeah, chicks with dicks is crazy.
Chicks with dicks, chicks with dicks.
That's a shim.
Silly faggots, chicks don't have dicks. Clip it.
As my cat just popped up. Bro, fuck is the matter with you?
Oh shit. All right, gentlemen. I think we've run the course.
Cat said I'm thirsty.
That's good too. Dun dun dun. But yeah, so
all right, so everybody
now. That's a wrap, gentlemen, and everybody out there, follow us, like us, comment, all that good shit. And we'll interact with you too. Like I'm actually trying to do more shit like that on the social media. Like, you know how people will post reels that have like a question to it, and then like so I'm doing more shit like that, whatever. But and definitely let's all of us work on. I'll reach out to Jerron and whoever you guys want to reach out to. Let's see if we can get I guess I'd like to get John on here again soon too.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, gentlemen.
Everybody. Peace and fucking chicken grease.
Sayonara. Ciao.
Ciao.